Hello and welcome to the Terminus podcast for the weeks of August 8th, 2015. I hit F12 to record and Google Chrome opened the developer thing.
That's for nerds.
Yeah, basically.
Internet.
Episode number 32. I am Ellis, your dispatcher, otherwise known as Train Man. With me I have my engineers Wiebold, JDur, and Milky. And our guest this week is TJ.
Woo.
That's me.
As an actual guest, not a replacement for anybody.
Woo.
Woo.
But before we get to some awesome stuff this week, the train will terminate at this station.
Combustible lemons! Beautiful St. Louis.
And you're getting a point.
Why?
It's not St. Louis!
Oh, I thought you said it was St. Louis.
He said it was St. Paul!
I was trying to get St. Paul out, but
Oh, you're an idiot.
Son of- Nice job.
You're an idiot.
We're off to such a great start already.
Just another day on the
Saint
Terminus.
Paul, Minnesota.
Paul, Minnesota. That's why I didn't say Minnesota. I'm like St. Louis, Minnesota. That's not right, is it? Just gonna leave out the Minnesota.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, so this week we're at St. Paul, Minnesota. Minnesota, don't you know?
Minnesota.
They're all the
Minnesota.
Minnesotan viewers.
Minnesotan.
Yeah, they're all the
Yeah,
Minnesotan.
they're all the Minnesotan viewers. Alright.
They all jumped in the river.
Yeah, well.
The river is all the toxic right now.
Yeah, I know. Well, at least this one isn't orange, but yours is, because
Yeah.
to call back to,
Yeah,
something
calling
that
back
happened a
to
long
a
while
few
ago.
episodes ago when we talked about the EPA wanting to conduct tests on the Gold King mine around Silverton. Well, they went there, they did their tests, and they ruined it.
They got up there
Slithering
to...
idiots.
they got up
Thanks,
there
Obama.
to pump all of the polluted water out of the mine.
And they did. They got the polluted water out of the mine.
into the woods.
Something gave way, and now the river's full of water.
Yeah, now the river is orange.
It's
Hold
mac
on,
and cheese.
do we have a link to this right away? Because I can show them... Okay, hold on, I can get it. All I have to do is look up Silverton EPA.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just look up Silverton right now.
yeah, I know. Hold on. Oh, no, that's not the right article. There was
It's
a
like
different...
it's like national news that everybody in Colorado is just like
Thanks,
that
Obama.
literally is everyone's reaction to this is you blithering idiots. I don't think any of
Yeah.
us could really see it coming that they would mess up this badly. But no good was going to come of it. Look what we have now. We have a river.
Here's an article about it that shows the river looking like Kraft mac and cheese sauce.
Looks
So-
like Cheese Whiz.
Yeah. And it's an ongoing debate as to which one is less healthy. But
Oh, I see. Oh, the Kraft mac and cheese or the river.
the cheese whiz or the river.
Well, I think honestly it's
The
going to be the
river.
river, despite the fact that the EPA has come out and said that there will be no negative health effect.
I still wouldn't drink it.
Yeah, I wouldn't drink it. However, I would like to draw attention to the fact that the reason they're up there in the first place was they were looking for.
Is they found out that the water coming out of the mine was hazardous.
Yeah, they were looking at it as it was a hazard. That's the only reason that they went up there to remove it. Now that they've spilled all of it, though, oh no.
Well, maybe it's
Or-
diluted enough now that it's not a problem.
Diluted.
Yeah.
It's yellow. If that's
Yeah, I don't know.
diluted, the mine would have been glowing. You would have seen it in the night. It would have been like.
Well, I mean, what was it? The Gold King mine that turned the river gold.
No, the Gold King
I love
mine lived up to its
gold.
fancy. At least it won't hurt Gold King Locomotive. The Gold King Locomotive is, inverted commas, safe.
Safe. Yeah.
Old King
sort of.
Locomotive.
It's dismantled and somewhere in the forest around Silverton, but it's there.
I do want to see this story develop and see exactly
Yeah, we'll have an update next week. A little bit more about hopefully at that point the aftermath.
They went up there to plug the Red and Bonita mine. Not the Gold King mine specifically.
Well,
there's an article about it.
Go to the Bonita mine, or to the Red, whatever it is, Bonita mine, or we'll wind up with a river that looks like Cherry Jolly Ranchers, or the sky will glow red. They're not. They're just. Oh, guys, you blithering idiots!
I don't even know what to say
Also,
at this point.
I have a question to propose to anyone that in the comments that might know, because I'm sure there has to be some sort of thingy to go with this. Who watches The Watchmen in this case?
Yeah.
Which the EPA is the one that's supposed to come down and smack the knuckle of whoever causes the environmental disaster. If the EPA is the one that set it off, who's gonna,
I don't know, but
who's gonna spank the EPA?
Chuck Norris.
I'd say Congress, but that means I actually have to do something.
No, what about Chuck Norris?
Congress couldn't spank anyone because they've got their hands, I don't know, somewhere.
On their wait, no, that's the Pentagon.
Up those.
Why would that be the Pentagon?
To find it.
No,
Stupid to locate that.
No, I forget where I saw it, but sometime last year, the Pentagon spent
Spank?
so much money on Viagra. Yeah.
Oh, gee, what?
Jeez.
Donald.
No, this is before. I think
That's a
this
story I
sometime
can't tell on here, but I can tell you guys later.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez.
Spoilers.
All right. Yeah. I was gonna say. Never mind.
Anyways, your river is not as bad as ours.
Our which one about it? Which what?
I don't know. You mentioned your river not being as bad as ours in the beginning.
Oh no. I think I was talking about something completely unrelated.
Was that just a ploy? It was all just a cruel ploy.
I don't remember what I was comparing to the river now. I don't. Which, although to be fair, if you do have a worse river than us, that's really saying something. But at least it's not. At least it's not the Cuyahoga.
Oh,
river's
yeah.
just down.
That's actually
Well, no,
no.
the
I
Cuyahoga
can
caught
talk
fire.
about that right now because I have the pictures on hand. I forgot I was planning to have the pictures from Pittsburgh and everything like that. Now there's a lot of non-train related stuff here. There's stuff from Steamtown actually. That'll do.
There's a lot of stuff that is sort of non-train related, but at the same time impacts trains. By the way, if you didn't put it together already, the EPA Orange River thing, yeah, it's the river that runs right along the Durango and Silverton.
Yeah. So it must be friggin' awesome to ride the Durango and Silverton right now.
Because the water will be yellow.
The water's orange.
The water is like decarbonated cheese.
It's actually Aspen Gold.
Oh yeah. Kudos. That's a good. I'm giving you. Okay, you don't have a point. I was gonna take a point for that because that was a good joke. Oh,
damn it, Cole.
Negative points.
Speaking of coal, though, here's an F7, it's an F unit of some description. If you guys could see what I'm showing off right now, I'm going to scroll through the pictures from Steamtown. So
Steamtown. They stole our whistle.
They did what now?
They stole our whistle.
Elaborate.
Hang on. Let me.
While I scroll through these pictures.
Continue. I'll elaborate in just a sec. Okay, it is. They did steal our whistle.
It's the Prairie, and he's number 1, and he's in the yard, and he's as rusted as all the other ones. But they kept the bell attached to a string that you can ring from the cab. It's the only one that doesn't have anything preventing you from going into the cab.
Yeah.
And you can ring the bell, and I just did that like the whole time. Also, this 47, which is the 464T. It's honestly like the double ender, except it's not quite as hefty.
Not quite a double ender.
Yeah.
Close, but not quite.
This thing of 47.
Anyway, you stole our whistle.
It looks quite stately from the front, but from the side it's rusted to hell. Here's the cab of engine number 1. Also a mess.
Somebody's photoshopped Tigger over a picture of the big boy. I don't know why.
I don't know. Why did someone do Peter Gabriel?
There's 3713's cab on a flat car outside.
Well, let's
I don't know why it's out there, but I looked in the back shop and I saw 3713's boiler, which is just kind of hanging out. It's 2929, the Jubilee, which is also in sorry shape, just like everything else in the yard.
Oh.
And the world's largest 080.
Yeah.
Which someone had a model of this. One of the guys that we visited had a model of 3377 with the front and rear trucks removed.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Because I don't know, why not? Because
Oh,
world's
it's
largest OAO.
Because it looks stupid.
I think that's the point.
Could it drive?
No,
No, it couldn't.
it was in a case.
It's a 282 that is missing a 2 and a 2.
It's a 282 that's missing 4.
No, it got neutered.
Yeah.
It got neutered. Oh, jeez. This
Just like the Hudson.
3713's tender. 3713's tender actually looks pretty nice. It's
Tender
fairly
decking!
freshly painted, I think.
Well, in that case, they're almost done.
Yeah, I guess they're almost done.
Tender decking.
Tender decking.
There's a 10-wheeler pushing a boxcar, quote unquote, but it's probably not going to be pushing anything for a very long time. There's 26 in the back shop with the green boiler jacket and cap. And here's this poor Shay, which is hardly even on tracks anymore. Has no cab. You know, like the compressed air tank is falling off. The only thing is it's still got the giant diamond stack and extra tall steam dome.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Give me steam.
And
Give us steam!
And there's 210 where I can't remember what this engine was. Because I never got to look at the side of it because it's boxed in by, I think, like a doodlebug and a bunch of coaches.
Doodlebug.
And they also have the rotary snowplow.
Twitter.
Wait, they have a rotary?
Yeah, they have a rotary snowplow that's also in the yard doing nothing. It was a Long Island rotary snowplow.
Take it to Buffalo,
Long
they
Island
need
Railroad.
it.
Yeah, I know. Well, if it worked, maybe. This is the excursion train, or the Scranton Limited passing from the inside of the cab, which was fun.
Oh.
And it was also
You're just sitting
really
there
loud.
ringing the bell, just ding.
I was. That's exactly what I was doing.
Mhm.
And then 2 pictures of 4012, who
has a
looks
whistle now.
pretty good compared to the other coats of paint, but are pretty good compared to the other engines, but could probably use a coat of paint coming up here pretty soon.
Stole our whistle.
Oh, is that what they stole it for?
Yeah. We
Winning RS3.
we through some unforeseen something or other had 4012's whistle on number 40. So they took our whistle.
They took their whistle back, I think.
No. They took our whistle.
Yeah, okay.
40 loved that whistle. It would
I'm
blow
sure-
the whistle and the
I'm sure
pressure
he
would
did.
drop 10 psi. You'd whistle for a crossing, you'd go whoop whoop whoop.
You just run out of steam. Also, I was on the set of Isaac Bell's. Which one is it? The Striker in Pittsburgh.
I read that one.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
I don't read.
The Striker.
I love how you said it like a question. Yes, I did. Striker's the first one, TJ.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one I read.
Did you get all the way through it?
No.
It's
Yeah,
at
I
the
figured
very
that
end.
much.
Read
Not
the
as,
book.
Not as great of an end as the. What was the freaking brand new one? Can't remember the name of it.
Bootlegger. Or sorry, not bootlegger.
No, I was gonna say it's not it.
Assassin.
The Assassin. Yeah, that's the best ending so far.
I can't remember. Oh yeah,
But
that
we
was
were
a
on-
good ending. I didn't like that one as much though.
Well, I liked, you know,
I think, or not Striker. I think Wrecker and Chase have better endings.
oh, they had better endings in the case of train-related stuff, but this one just had a better ending overall. Like, you know, I feel like
What are you meaning? The epilogue?
no. I'm
still
meaning
It's great.
I'm meaning the twist.
Okay, the twist was good. The twist. I'm thinking like the final scene. Like
No,
I
I'm
thought
not
it was
talking-
kinda like- the twist was pretty good.
Yeah.
The twist was really good, actually. It didn't make a lot of sense at first, but then it was like, oh yeah,
Do the twist.
What a twist.
What a twist.
And then Pittsburgh,
Anyway.
and then the Pennsylvania Railroad Fruit Auction and Sales Building, which no longer has a railroad attached to it, but.
Well, details.
But
Anyway,
yeah, it was just
Penn
cool to
Central.
see that building, and that's everything from Pittsburgh that isn't. Oh, actually no, I've got one more thing. K is for Keystone, a Pennsylvania alphabet,
K is for
with-
Mikado.
with the. Oh, shut up. With the with the, a K4 on the front of it.
Wait,
I
is it
assume
like
it
a
would,
children's
it
book?
would be a K4, but it's not a K4 because it has the wrong firebox. The unfortunate thing about that book is, you know what B was? Bill Cosby.
Bricks.
Why is Bill Cosby
Because
B?
he was from Pennsylvania.
Aw, it should be bricks.
No, he's not bricks.
In that case of Ohio, B
Anyways,
is for Berkshire.
Anyway, so you stole our whistle, and somebody stole East Broadtop's boiler.
It wasn't their boiler to begin with. It was 1361's boiler.
Shh.
Why?
No, like our whistle. They took their boiler.
Okay, sure.
Finders
But
keepers.
1361's boiler ended up back in, where is it? At the Rare Museum of Pennsylvania now?
Yeah, Altoona, where it's...
It's in Altoona then.
Yeah,
okay.
it's in Altoona.
Well, it finally got back to someplace related to 1361, which is good, but I still don't see anything getting done with it anytime soon.
No.
Because Firebox.
They've been
Yeah, because
saying...
a lot of things.
Thanks, Obama.
No, thanks Canada.
Isn't the boiler
What?
wrought iron, or is it just too thin?
Because I don't actually know
Can't-
what's up with it, but Canada is potentially to blame if the Steamtown excursions get canceled, and by that I mean I think CP, who owns the line that runs
Wait, I thought
in
NS.
Binghamton.
Over
Well,
what bridge?
NS does own it, but they're still in the process of changing hands to
Oh.
NS. And so it was some, it's not anything concrete, but it was just some hearsay about potentially CP being more and more cold towards steam excursions on their lines.
Stop being CSX. CPXA.
They don't want to break anything.
Wait, are Canadians allowed to be cold toward anything? Unless you're meaning in the literal sense?
I was gonna say I'm pretty sure they carry over a lot of cold.
But are they allowed to be mean?
Well, yes, as long as
They're
they apologize
Canadian.
about it.
Yeah, I guess. Hey! I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Hey!
You want some Tim Hortons?
You want to go
Against it?
skateboard?
Hi, neighbor. Have a Gansett. Wiebold, your list of stuff keeps getting longer and longer.
I remember more and more as we go on. The children of Israel are against the right side of the page now.
Yeah, I know. Well, now that you've mentioned it, what the hell is that?
Children of Israel?
Yeah.
Well, they're small humans between the ages of 0
Small
and
humans.
18 that reside in Israel.
Okay, go on.
Yeah.
What does this have to do with the Terminus podcast?
I have to start from the beginning, and if those are in order for a reason. The only one that I could do out of order were these last two, which I already
Okay.
did, the Blithering Idiots one.
Yeah. Okay.
So should I do it in order?
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah.
Okay. So actually, I changed it slightly. I forgot to put I move it before Know Your Whistles. Anyway, I made a comment to Ellis a couple days ago.
Ow.
Oops, sorry. I made the comment to Ellis a couple days ago as I was getting ready to go up to the museum. I have no idea what we're going to be doing. Because the boiler jacket, we got half of it and we got half of it put on. The other half of it isn't here yet. And that was kind of the big project. Yeah. Well, and that's kind of the big project at the time, so we have no idea really what we're doing. Or I have no idea what we're doing at the museum this week in
I'm
addition.
sure somebody knows what you're doing.
Yeah. Well, it's been 2 weeks since I've been there as well, so it's, I don't know if they've picked up any new projects or anything. So, I don't know what we're doing when we get there, and then I get there, and I realize a number of things. First off the bat being 346 is outside, which is odd. Additionally, it's over the ash pit and it has a coach shunted in front of it, so I'm not sure what it's doing there, but it's outside for whatever reason. Anyway, 346 is outside, and the more I looked around, everything had been moved around. I don't know what they were doing. I'm thinking it's the Thursday crew wanting to play Choo Choo. But Pee-wee...
Oh, yeah,
Pee-wee-
you didn't talk about that.
About what?
The Thursday crew.
Oh, the Thursday crew.
The
Thursdays
people
are fun, let's just say that. But Pee-wee must have had his work cut out for him because the Coors Diesel, which is usually over by the Roundhouse, is by the depot, which is basically the other side of the museum.
that- Yeah.
The Standard Oil Company #1 little 040 saddle tanker is by the roundhouse, which I don't know why
They're gonna run
a
it.
great place to. The place that it's in, it has been there since I first visited the museum in like '02. So I'm surprised that it can move. Frankly,
Are they gonna restore it?
no. It's standard gauge. It wouldn't have anywhere to go. We
Oh
would
yeah,
have-
that's right. You've got a
Dual
loop of. You should just dual gauge that track.
Well, we've got it dual gauge in and around the yard, but okay. so we dual gauge the loop and we restore number 1. What do we pull with it?
Well, you need to get whatchamacallit, like one of those cars where you can change the couplers. Or,
We
you
have
know-
one of those. We have
Okay.
one of 2 left in existence.
Okay, well, pull that and then
that's-
pull some coach.
I think that's just complicating things. Additionally, I don't know if number 1 could move that car. It's a heavy car. But
That's
anywho,
true.
so everything has been moved around, and
It's
I
moved
walk
up
into
the
the roundhouse and we've got a new coach from the White Pass in Yukon, and it's called Lake D's.
These nuts.
Got it!
Yeah.
Yeah, Lake D's, which I think personally is one of my favorite coaches, not because it's historical. I don't know the history of it, but
A
it does
D's
not
nuts.
look very old. It's metal and pretty new looking. So it's not my favorite in that aspect. I think otherwise my favorite would either be Tahoe or 284. Well, not Tahoe, Rico. Rico! Because Rico's nice.
We go.
But Lake D's, you can stand on the vestibule while the train is in motion because you can cover up the steps like a modern Pullman and enclose the platform fully.
Oh, that's nice.
So you can actually
Fancy.
ride out. You can ride out safely on the vestibule. And additionally, I can
And
stand
take
up
cameras
straight
and take
in
pictures.
Wow.
And take pictures out
Yeah.
out the open door.
it. Yeah. But I can stand up straight in it. I have to duck to get in the door, but 284 I have to duck to go through the entire coach because I'll hit its chandeliers otherwise.
Oh no, you would not like the main narrow gauge coaches.
I would not. We were joking a lot about main narrow gauge
The
actions.
2-foot coaches.
I rode on a 22-inch gauge railroad, but I'll talk about that one later.
Oh jeez.
That one's coming up shortly. But I like Lake D's because I can stand up straight in it. I think from floor to ceiling inside the car is about 7 feet.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's this beautiful.
So don't
roomy-
jump. Basically.
Yeah, it's this beautiful roomy coach though. So that was everything got moved around. Oh, 491 got moved over a stall as well and almost killed its doghouse.
Oh my god.
Oh,
usually
God.
491 does not like rolling, and they got it with. Hello. Here, give me a sec.
Okay, somebody pick up the torch real quick.
All right. The Durban Greenbrier Valley, they have Polar Express tickets on sale already.
Oh,
Wonderful.
they're ahead of the game a little bit.
Yeah. I just want to see if are they close to sold
Are they
out?
that bored?
I don't know. Are they sold out? Let's see. Dates in bold are so. Let's see. They already have 1 day sold out.
Oh my god.
Jeez. Already?
November 14th. Hey TJ,
And
when
they're
is
doing
November?
a Polar Express on November 14th.
Hey TJ,
Wow.
when is November 14th?
Your mom.
Oh.
Oh.
No,
Correct.
Scrubboard gets
Alright,
a point.
so continue.
Yeah, they have Polar Express, Woo, and then the LM and M. This month they have 1 hour train rides, Blues Fest, Hobo Camp, Day Out with Thomas,
Hobo
Fireworks
camp.
Train, and Lebanon Country Lebanon Country Apple Fest.
How to be a hobo.
I was gonna say, what exactly do you do at hobo camp? Do you learn how to be a hobo?
They kick
Let's
you
find
out.
out.
You freight hop.
Okay, so
Walk
it's
in, hand you a
like
pair of socks, you're fired.
no, so
Go.
there are hobos that tell stories about their train riding days.
Wow.
There's a campfire,
It's actually pretty great.
campfire song.
I would do that.
Campfire songs?
Ooh,
CMPFIRE
this
song.
this already happened. Okay, yesterday there was a old time bluegrass band.
Sounds good.
Come on, and then Blues Fest, nice. I'm gonna have to. Never mind, that already happened.
I never did.
But guys,
You're finding stuff that already happened.
whatever. And then the Midwest Railroad Preservation Society Wait. They're prepping the site for the open house, which is next weekend, I want to say. Yeah, next weekend. Woo.
Congratulations.
Yeah, that's...
Oh, hurrah. Pearl Harbor.
What railroad was doing the Polar Express?
Durban, Greenbrier Valley.
What in Durban.
Yes. My railroad. Scrub.
Just trying to figure out what to link to. Anything new out of the Steam Roundhouse? Or, well, they never update their website.
No, they don't know how to update.
They need to get a webmaster or something.
I'll do it.
Yeah, I know. Go be like, hey, I'll be your webmaster if you let me come and hang out. And foam.
No.
Be a public relations person.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the foam is real.
Oh my god.
Speaking of foam.
Trust me, guys, this place is great. Trust me, it's great.
It's great.
Trust me, I'm an engineer.
Huh.
Right. Speaking of foam.
Who's talking about foam?
Wiebold.
Oh, okay. We're going back to that then. We're jumping around even more with my
I'm
stuff.
for missing the segue.
Well, also, you were in the middle of something, so just pick it up where you left it off.
Okay, that's what I was expecting to do. Get a point. You don't get to hit a point really needy like that. Anyway, so where was I? Oh yeah, 491 doesn't like to move. We grabbed Pee-wee, tried to move her into the stall, and she kept going.
Oh no. Doesn't like to move, doesn't like to stop either.
Yeah.
House.
She's suddenly very keen on rolling free and just about killed her doghouse.
Woof.
But didn't,
Like-
yeah. But didn't.
Like rolled under something, or was almost rolled under something that was a little too short.
Yeah. Well,
Nice.
yeah. Well, no. The doghouse isn't on the engine. The doghouse is in the back of the stall waiting to be put on the engine. Actually, at the time of recording this, it probably is on the engine by now. That's what they were doing today. But it almost rolled back, almost hit the doghouse. Which the doghouse has a new name as well, which I'll probably talk about that next week or when it becomes relevant, because it will later. Give me a sec.
Okay.
God damn it.
Loki, what do you have to talk about?
I saw a taxed GP60 that was in the SP Speed gathering paint.
Oh my
Thought that was pretty cool. And I rode a trolley at the Trolley Museum to see what they had going on there.
The Trolley Museum.
And the speeder car. And yeah, the new trolleys are looking nice. They still need money to get 2 of them, I think, to the States. From what I heard.
Where are they coming from?
British Columbia.
Oh, okay.
They came
Not that far.
They came from Brussels to British Columbia, and now they're going to Oregon.
I can't remember where I was. Oh, I was in Cleveland, and we were just sort of driving along, and like trying to get someplace in the city. And I look out of the window of the car, and I see a PCC car in like a parking lot,
Okay.
nowhere near any tracks, just like hanging out,
Just there to be there.
just there. Like
Cleveland,
obviously
you
hadn't
confuse
been
me.
touched in a while, kind of rusted, but just there.
Come
Yeah,
out the
Cleveland's
entire.
it's a fun town.
Someone probably stole it while drunk.
Considering I've only been there once.
Stole a PCC car. Depends on where you go in Cleveland.
Not that far into it, actually, like by the airport. And then that's it.
Okay, so I also have some news out of some of my jurisdictions.
Yay!
Lamit's Trolley is planning to add more track to their trolley loop.
Yay!
Which
How
is
much
a-
more?
My Facebook page said it. It's like, not that much more, maybe about 10, 20 blocks more
Oh, okay.
track.
Like city blocks?
Yeah, city blocks. And
Are
once,
these guys in the city?
yeah,
Oh, okay.
Nice.
and
That's,
they're
it's actually pretty
like
good.
the legitimate interurban.
They should try to. Do they do revenue service?
I think all the revenue that they make is from the trolleys.
Oh, okay. I thought it was
Please.
like a. I thought it was a trolley museum.
And it's ran by the trolley museum people too.
Oh, okay.
So,
Wow.
There are trolleys.
yeah, that
Are
was.
they historical trolleys?
Yeah, I think.
Oh, okay. Wiebold, I was just saying that I was driving in Cleveland and just looked, and in a parking lot was a PCC car.
Oh,
Like
neat.
nowhere near any tracks, just in this parking lot.
Right.
Yeah.
Huh.
We were
Well
just
then.
trying to find our way over to the rock hall, and I was like, wait a minute, whoa, what?
There's a BCC car here.
And then
Yeah.
I have some
Uh-oh.
news of the Oregon Coast Scenic. The coast quality is on October 3rd. It goes from Gapaldi all the way to the end of the line that they built to, which is Salmonberry. Yes, Salmonberry.
What's the bridge on Steam 10 that 765 is going over? The viaduct?
The Tunkenuck
Fuck no.
Tunkenuck Viaduct.
And
I think it's a centennial. 100
Yeah,
years
Tunkenuck.
being a bridge.
I think I heard about it over the Facebooks. And 819 has a store that you can buy stuff from, and all proceeds go towards restoration. So, yep,
What do they have?
that's some cool stuff there. Mostly donations, but you can still buy some of the stuff. And that concludes my trail benefits for the foot.
Wonderful.
Right.
Get a patch.
Okay. So picking up for the second time
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
because dinner got here and I just about had a Spanish tunnel moment. Everybody, hold your breath.
Oh, you get wings?
Yeah, I got wings.
God damn it, I want wings.
Ah,
I'm a bird.
Like, I had chicken and cheese wrap. I want wings.
Okay, did the
Mac
cheese
cheese?
come from the...
I can hook you up with some of that.
Yeah, no, I'll pass.
Oregon Southern could hook you up with some.
Anyway.
So could I, because
Go
Ohio
ahead.
Central goes past the cheese factory. We don't stop there, though.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's Oregon
Oh,
Southern.
yeah.
It's an Amish
Anyway,
thing.
where was I? Can't remember.
Cheese is great.
Especially when it's made until much.
Got there for.
Yeah, I don't know where you were.
Did I do 491 almost kills the dog? I think I did.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
you just did.
Okay. Did I do know your whistles?
Yeah.
No, maybe.
Okay. Okay. So anyway. Oh, excuse me. Did I? Anyway. So for the rest of the day, got back to work, got down to work. I made about, just this huge batch of boiler jacket brackets.
Boiler brackets.
Yeah, boiler jacket brackets, which is essentially take the metal, bend the metal at, this measurement, cut it with the marble saw, or the Marvel saw. I don't know why I want to call it the marble saw. Cut it with the Marvel saw so that it's, an inch-ish apart. Go to the pneumatic press 2 holes out of it, and then drill the other hole, and then polish it, and throw it in the chemical bath.
So
once
the Animus River.
Throw it in the chemical bath.
yeah,
They throw it in the
Animus
Animus
River.
River.
The new chemical bath.
Yeah. But that was just what we did during the day. Know Your Whistles was when we were going out to lunch, we decided to take a guy at the museum. He drives a Honda Pilot.
Uh-oh.
So this ties into
Yeah.
the next one as well. This ties
Yeah.
into Japs versus geese. So we start leaving the parking lot and we're running the goose, and we get to the crossing and the guy stops us because the goose has just departed, I think. It was their first lap. So we started, and the guy next to me in the car, he's like, he pats the driver on the shoulder. He's like, come on, signal for a crossing. So the goose rumbles up and just blows the horn to start doing the crossing. It's like, and before it can do the next one, he honks the Honda's horn. So in as is like, it's like the two cars were fighting, and as the goose goes by, the crew inside of it's like waving to us, but you can tell that there's like 3 or 4 of them in the cab that are just scowling like, you guys.
You guys.
Like, you. But, and then my supervisor posed the question afterward, what do you think would win in a fight, the goose or the Honda?
And
in
you
the
went, Locomotive Versus.
Yeah, and in the end, we all concurred that the Honda would win.
Often.
Yeah, a lot. The Honda would win most of the time.
Was there anything in which the goose won, other than being a train?
Capacity?
Haulage capacity, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Style
Yeah,
point?
there was basically
points.
that style
points to
points.
the goose.
Aside from that, though, everything from... Although the Goose has better fuel economy, the Goose gets like... I think the Goose gets something crazy. It gets like 20 miles to the gallon or something.
Wow.
Jeez.
The Goose has great mileage for being as old as it is. Well, I guess it is a train, but still. So that covers Know Your Whistles. That's I know that the movie. That's Jeps versus Geeds. I'll talk about the name for the doghouse next week. Now on to the Children of Israel. So this is one that I wasn't actually there for, but I was told the story of a guy at the museum. I'm not going to name his name because that would be mean.
Person Y.
We'll call him Person Y.
We've had plenty of Person Ys, but okay, go ahead.
I don't know. We'll call him Person I for Israel.
Ecstasy.
And he's just a little bit of an interesting guy apparently.
Uh-oh.
And it's
By
one day
interesting, do you mean slightly racist?
not really, but
Was
interesting.
he the one that came up with Black on Track?
No, I don't think so. I
Thank
think
God.
that was Donald,
Oh, jeez.
Wow.
which
Donald
I cannot
Trump?
tell you about.
Donald
That's
Donald
another
Trump.
story for later, which I can't tell on here.
No, it
Um,
was Trump.
Stop
It was
teasing,
Trump. Blame Trump. Trump card.
Trump
Uh,
card.
so-
Jesus.
yeah.
Boo.
I'm
So-
amazed he hasn't made that joke yet.
Yeah, But he and a few of the other, this person and a few of the other volunteers are working on 491, and he starts. This is the reason that I bring it up, is I want to use it in Iron Horseman as a line for Charlie, because it's the kind of thing that he's getting mad about something, and you just hear him in the background. The children of Israel. And he just starts like mumbling, and it gets more tense and angry, and then it gets louder, and it's just the children of Israel.
Jesus.
Right.
The children-
Okay. Thanks.
That's
And just-
hilarious.
The other guys are like, I think one of the guys is like laughing so hard. I'm trying, Okay, grammar is very broken right now. I'm tired and school's tomorrow, so I'm like frazzled slightly.
Have fun.
Wait, you start
Yeah.
school now?
He does,
One of the guys
sucker.
that I can't say his name as well is standing on the boiler just laughing, and another guy's trying not to pee his pants. He's laughing so hard. They're just
What was
just
he
busting up.
grumbling about?
I don't know. I don't think anybody paid attention. They were laughing so hard. By the time they stopped laughing, they were either off shift or out to lunch.
Jeez.
So
Jeez.
that's the Children of Israel. And then additionally, one of the cool things that I got to do last night, and I'll fess up, this is the reason that I wasn't able to do Terminus last night. I got to go to an amusement park with my supervisor and the yard foreman,
Oh, jeez.
with a bunch of the other Roundhouse crew guys, which I thought was a hoot. We went to Lakeside Amusement Park in Denver, which is a 1908 vintage amusement park. It has rides
Wow.
from Coney Island,
Oh.
which we rode on a couple of them. You can actually see on the builder's plate, Coney Island.
Strasburg has two mini steam locomotives from Coney Island. Oh.
Yeah, we do.
Projection has a replica of Coney Island.
Lakeside does too. They're
I'm more-
22 and a half inch gauge. Or 22 and a quarter inch gauge.
What?
Because,
Did they build their own stuff?
well,
Because-
the engines were 1904. They were made for the World's Fair in, I believe, St. Louis.
Oh, jeez.
Maybe that's why I have St. Louis on the brain.
Welcome to St. Louis.
Not St.
it's
Paul.
not.
Anyway, they were built for a World's Fair back in 1904, and then came to the amusement park. But they're almost main 2-foot gauge. They're 22 and a quarter inches.
Jeez.
So we're not quite standard narrow gauge.
What?
Small. We're still an amusement park. We're not technically a revenue serving thingy. Whatever you'd call that. I don't know. A 12 inches. a 12 inches to the foot rather than a live steam type thing.
Mhm.
You know, it's a real train and not a toy. But that
I want to be a
Lakeside
real train.
Lakeside amusement. I want to be a real train. Lakeside was fun because 2 of the guys went with their wives, and then my supervisor and the foreman are like, they're pretty buddy. They're not, you know, anything like that, but they're pretty buddy, and they'll have a good laugh about it occasionally. So they're like riding all the rides together, and I'm sitting alone in the seat. And at one point, they look back at me. They like do this small violin.
Wiebold, if my
love misfit toys.
Dad and Claire just got back from Colorado, I would have ridden those rides with you.
Hey, you need to come
Terminus meetup 2, we go to that amusement park.
But
Nah, we're too busy, like, trains. Choo-choo.
yeah, well, I've got a train.
Like bigger trains.
Funny tidbit about the Lakeside one, actually.
Oh god, Halo stuff.
Halo stuff.
I just clicked on a GIF on Reddit and all of a sudden it goes enemy team nearing victory.
That's pretty good.
Damn it, winning. We almost counterattack.
You have a hole in your left wing.
I think so.
So that was
Trains.
that was Lakeside Amusement Park. At one point, I was on a tilt-a-whirl, and my supervisor. I was on the tilt-a-whirl, and this one had 3 people in the cart.
Mock,
So I was-
the world from
So I was with the
hell.
supervisor and
You
the
sure-
foreman.
you sure-
Yeah.
Okay,
What?
was Hank running the thing?
Yeah, was Hank running it?
No, but
No, just
so
watch
that
the
one I
ride
actually
operator
ride
was
with the
named
foreman
Hank.
and the master mechanic, and he makes a comment at one point. He's like, "Oh, when you started volunteering at the museum, did you think that you'd wind up sandwiched between the shop foreman and the master mechanic on a tilt-a-whirl?" I'm like, honestly, no, I don't think that went through my head. But it didn't spin for a while, and then after a while, it started spinning like it would not stop. It just, on a whim, I think the guy changed the speed or something, and it just went ballistic.
Hank!
And one of the mechanics is like, I keep wanting to say their names, and that's why I'm stumbling so much for the viewer. I'm not just a complete idiot. I'm really trying to construct
you're that
a
too,
better
but-
sentence.
Do it!
But I can't without saying their names, really. So that was Lakeside. I already did Blithering Idiots. Last thing I have can wait if anybody else has anything.
No,
I don't have anything.
no, you
Ellis?
do.
No, they took care of it. I will point out that on the way back from something we'll talk about in a later section, DJ and I happened to see a train for like 10 seconds. And TJ was like, "We gotta stop and follow it." And I was like, "No, I want to get on Route 146 and go home."
No, I wanted to go home at that point too. I was just joking.
Sure you were.
It was diesel. I wasn't too excited.
Oh, okay. But it was blowing a lot of smoke.
Can I have your Alcos?
He's on here right now.
We'll
That's
talk
your-
about that later.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you have a new person to add to the permanent list.
Yeah.
Not just one that we refer to by that, but somebody who is going to be a new person X.
Person C.
Person C.
Why would he be? Oh, yeah, C. Okay, I get it.
Yeah.
Spoilers.
Yeah.
Spoilers indeed.
But last thing I have today is the hype train carries gondolas of BS and that smells of
Gondolin.
foam. So,
What hype
this
train is this?
This is one that I'm going to have to be careful on my wording because my true feelings can't be reflected in the podcast, really.
Oh, jeez.
Let's start out by
Wait,
saying...
that wasn't your true feelings?
Fair enough. You know what? Throw logic out the window. This is going to be my personal opinion of it.
Okay.
Without association, this has nothing to do with the opinions of anybody at the museum or anybody anywhere else. This is the opinion that I hold out of
Trust me,
my
if it
experience.
does not reflect my opinion, you're going to hear about it.
Yeah. This is it doesn't reflect anybody's opinion but my own from my own experience. So, that said, I think they're delusional.
Whoa.
They?
Yeah, a bunch of okay, you know what? Whole hog. A bunch of foamers got together and decided they're going to rebuild part of the Colorado and Southern.
Oh, no.
Oh god.
Yeah. And they decided, well, the roadbed is still in good enough shape. I mean, we could build tracks on top of it, and the city of Blackhawk has a Colorado Southern locomotive. So yeah, we could do that. And I brought up, what are you gonna run as rolling stock? Well, we don't know yet. Okay, where are you gonna get the money to do any of this? Well, we don't know yet.
Kickstarter.
There's no yards on that portion of the line. Where are you gonna store everything? Well, we don't know. Who owns the land? Well, we don't know. It's just they've gone.
They don't know anything. They're just like, oh, we should do this.
Well, it's not even that. They are serious and they are dedicated to getting this done.
Obviously not.
Well,
Because
no,
they don't know
are.
a damn thing about it.
They don't know anything about it. But I was asking what I think they would refer to as the hard questions. They know exactly what locomotive they're going to do. They know exactly where they're going to build it. They have no idea where they're going to get the money from.
There was a UFO on
That's the reason why I say they're a group of foamers rather than a group of enthusiasts or something. I don't really think that they're going to be able to do this. I hate to be the bearer of bad news and a pessimist and all that stuff. And I've gone to the side of the T1 guys and I've really tried to show my support for everything. I really don't think they're going to pull this off.
You should just be like, no, guys, you should save Juan.
Yeah, that's dirty. I mean, it's their biggest driver behind. They know where they can get a locomotive from the city of Blackhawk, which is never going to give them their locomotive.
Yeah, I was gonna say they know they'll get the locomotive.
Yeah, no,
they know where one is.
Yeah, and then also
get number 9.
That is still graded. Well, yeah, grading is a big part of it, but it's probably wildly out of. It's probably not graded very well.
It probably needs to be regraded, honestly, at this point.
Yes, it still needs quite a bit of work. And additionally, I don't know. I wasn't talking to the head of it, so I'm not. These aren't meant to be accusations or something. But from my understanding of it, they have no idea where they're going to get the capital. They have no idea what they're going to do with a lot of this stuff. They're just blindly. They're already trying to negotiate deals with the city to get the engine. And with the government to try and get the land that the roadbed's on, because I think it's national park.
Well, I mean, at least they're doing that second thing. I think the first one's jumping the gun, but they definitely need to acquire the land before they really do anything.
Yeah.
Well, they need money.
I think acquiring the land at this point is jumping the gun. They have no money.
Yeah, but money you can just kind of, if you can get the land, you have the land. The land isn't going to go anywhere.
If you go to get a loan or something. Okay, do you have any land? Yes.
Well, yeah.
Fair enough.
But and money you can accumulate as you go. But
yeah,
again, I'm not saying it's going to be an easy task, but I'm saying getting the land is a kind of good first step.
It is a good first step. I think, again, in my personal views, I think there could be a couple better first steps to take, but I do see where you're coming from.
Right.
The other thing with it is
make a Kickstarter.
Yeah. Even just with my very limited experience at the museum, I've only been with the museum now for a few months, really, being there on a part-time basis. And already I can see that it is too much work for a small society of people with no money to do. You cannot pour enough money into this thing. It just absorbs it. It's the kind of thing, to say, well, we're going to get a locomotive and some track and run a tourist railroad. Sorry. You need employees. You need to maintain that steam engine, which, by the way, has been on display since the 50s. And it was a Colorado and Southern engine, which 491 took a while to restore and some, a good crew of guys to do it. And it had been rebuilt, right before it was shelved. And it hasn't been touched since. This Colorado and Southern engine, I don't think has been rebuilt or much less fully maintained in its life. And it hasn't been touched since the 50s. It is in very bad condition. It is not a great engine. I doubt that the boiler is certifiable. It's been sitting. I mean, what was the one guy? They don't even have. They don't have the right jacket on it. I think for the longest time
what?
it didn't. I don't think for the longest time I don't think it had a jacket. And recently they got a flake metal jacket put on it.
Oh god.
I don't. Maybe I'm just being overly cynical inside, and you know what? I hope that they prove me wrong and that they can laugh in my face and say, you know what, you didn't believe in it, because I'll admit it. But at this point, I just don't think it's going to work.
But they have to do it before that.
Yeah, before then, they have a long way to go before then. And honestly, I just don't think they can do it. It's again, well, you know what I thought of the T1. you know, that's an incredibly monumental task, and that's just that's building a locomotive. This is, you know, it's not completely from scratch building a locomotive, but you're going to have to rebuild most of it. And then you've got tracks and a shed and a depot and rolling stock to worry about as well. You're maintaining a small railroad with a smaller crew of guys than the T1 and much less capital.
Good luck. Good luck, guys.
It's good luck to you, but I'm sorry.
If they can make more progress than the Hudson guys, I'm proud of them.
They've already made more progress than the Hudson guys. They lifted a finger. They've done well. Actually, no.
Well, no,
they don't have a Facebook though. The Hudson's got them there.
Also, I'm pretty sure, not pretty sure because obviously they aren't doing anything, at least as far as I've heard. But like, apparently they were working out a contract with this foundry in China or something at some point, and they were like, okay, well this is going to work, and they were going to set a price basically for the entire locomotive to be built. And then
what that is, then you get the Hudson, and on the bottom of it, it says "Made in China."
Well, yeah, but
it's like
the problem,
a Bachmann model.
The problem they had with that was they didn't like the idea that the foundry would keep all the molds, and then someone would be able to walk in right after them and make a second Hudson for a fraction of the price.
When it's the Chinese, you know that they will.
Well, yeah. Well, no,
they'll make 50 of them and call them their own and put them to work. And that's not meant to be a dig on the Chinese. That is literally what will happen because they've done it a lot. Look at their maglev.
And all the Chinese steam that's here.
But that's all my all my grousing and moaning for the day.
All right. Well, speaking of the T1 though, the T1 Kickstarter succeeded. Great success. They got out of $20,000 they asked for, they got $22,577 from a total of 160 different donors. And I think a total of two people did the $1,000 and one person did the $5,000 donation, if I recall correctly. So it's great that they got another section done, you know, and so they're going to be making the mold for the driver centers.
Oh.
And the next thing is probably going to be for, you know, they're going to cast the mold for the driver centers, and
wheels.
The project was called Get Rolling, so the next step is wheels. And I'm going to throw up another set of pictures here in a second, but before then, someone pointed out to me that there is still, or I was just doing research about Penn Station actually, and someone goes, well, there's still a building left, and that's what led me to this article, and it's called "That Mysterious Building on West 31st Street is the Last Remnant of Old Penn Station." So it's basically just got a granite facade and is attached to a rather normal looking building. The windows are barred and blacked out. One window in particular has a danger high voltage sign on it, as this guy points out. The main doorway is clearly industrial and covered with warning signs. And this strange metal box extends from the eastern side. So, it is the last remaining structure from the original Pennsylvania station, and it was called the Penn Station Service Building, predating Penn Station itself by 2 years. So it was built in 1908, and it's got all of the machinery, it's got all of the dispatch boards and everything for Penn Station, and yeah, a lot of the stuff has been transferred off-site now, but for a very long time it was continued to be used. And it would be really cool to go inside, apparently, because they've got these massive, massive boards with all of the controls for the switches in and around Penn Station.
And
and keeping track of where they were. Yeah.
Yeah.
And dartboards.
That one PR documentary that we both seen.
Rest in peace, Penn Station.
Yeah.
And the dartboards.
You died too soon.
The dartboards
Effing
can
Madison
go.
Square Garden.
They can go die in peace.
Nah. Bring
They-
back position lights.
No, bring back semaphores.
I'm kind of doing the precision light thing. and
Clunk clunk.
Trains.
Ones that don't do that.
Hold on. Alright, so... Alright, the rest of these... Oh yeah, no. I got one more slew of Pittsburgh pictures. And there's just... If you guys remember my workstation,
Oh yeah.
right beside the tracks I walked over a bridge from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, found a gap in the fence, which is there. For those of you Clevelandians.
Cleveland. What?
Go over here. Yeah, I know.
Oaklanders.
Oaklanders. Who want to go over here? and
Clevelandians.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
There's an area right by the tracks where you can sit, and I mean right by the tracks. This was my workstation. I was hanging out on my laptop, just watching trains go by.
Wait, weren't there dartboards?
There were not dartboards.
Oh,
There were position lights. Not position lights. There were color lights.
Okay.
Like, there were Darth Vaders.
Darth Vader's.
Yeah, there were
Dark
Darth
helmets.
Vaders. Dark helmet. Also, a couple other things that have to get shown off. There was in Pittsburgh, there was a big memorial to Westinghouse, George Westinghouse.
That's awesome.
And it was really cool, and they had all of, like, whoop, that's Fiat. They had all of, like, his accomplishments, the first substitution of high voltage electricity for operating a mainline railroad. What's this one? Steam turbines for universal electricity. The pump not the pump stations, but at Niagara Falls. The Niagara Falls.
Jeez.
Chicago Exposition, where was first exhibited in operation a
Exhiberated.
complete alternating system of power distribution. Yeah, I know. And then the Westinghouse air brake, of course. And we've got a Northern, which obviously is not PRR. So some other thing.
Woo.
And then a modern signaling systems which enable speed with safety and transportation are the results of the vision of Westinghouse. It's dartboards, guys.
Jeez. Oh wait, was he the guy who
Apparently it had something to do with dartboards. And so 1881 to 1981, Union Switch and Signal Centennial, American Standard Incorporated. And this was erected in 1981, I would assume.
Of course, it's Penzi. It's standard.
Yeah.
Unquote.
But not Standard Oil.
Not Standard Oil.
Anyways, if that's everything, I think it's
TJ.
time for
Locomotive Versus! Yeah!
Yes, JDur?
I don't think TJ's done anything.
I have not.
Yeah.
Do you
Alright.
have any news?
No.
No.
But okay.
TJ.
Locomotive Versus.
And I can.
That's better.
This
Good
week
job.
we have the PRR G5 versus
94.
number 94, who
Yeah.
nobody knows is Mark yet, but he's Mark.
Spoilers.
Spoiler.
Eric.
Well, I mentioned Mark on the Terminus before.
Well, yeah, but
Yeah, but not
nobody.
in the Iron
He's not in the Iron Horseman Chronicles yet.
No, we
Oh,
have 4 confirmed
spoilers.
Terminus viewers and X amount of Iron Horseman viewers.
And nobody watches Terminus.
Yeah.
Well,
Iron
no, we have
Horseman.
4 people.
Nobody watches anything.
No, it's he just spoiled
Yep.
the entire character.
Yeah, I spoiled the fact that he's a
10-wheeler.
he's a 10-wheeler number 94
Character.
Western Pacific. Amazing. Mind-blowing.
Yeah.
That was the big secret that everyone was hiding. Also belongs to Mikado.
What? I thought he was an OAO.
Interconductor.
Okay, so who's
Oh yeah, and your conductor.
Who's gonna
Anyways.
take this chab?
Hold on, let me, actually I didn't put the thing down yet. Let me get, points thing ready, and which side is which? Okay. G5 is on the left. Who should go first?
Who was built first?
TJ, when
No,
were you
there.
built?
I'm not-
Year.
I'm not-
1924.
I'm not.
1909.
I'm not defending anything.
Scrub.
Then the G5 wins.
Oh
That
wait,
one.
who am I fighting against?
The G5.
Ah.
Me.
Ah.
Listen, it's Penzi. You're gonna be fighting me.
Okay.
So yeah, 1924, and my question is,
What is your favorite color?
what is your favorite color? Yeah, no.
Out of the elf, what's your favorite color?
What is your boiler pressure?
Boiler pressure 200 psi.
205.
God damn
Way to
it.
be those guys.
Yeah, I know
Penzi.
that. I knew that was coming. I knew that was. Yeah, yes. Thank you very much. What is your tractive effort?
Tractive effort 29,093 pounds.
Really?
Yeah, Willie.
41,328.
Oh, that hurt.
Holy cow! It's still
Oh.
not as much as you went to 51, but
Jeez.
Yeah.
What was yours?
41,000,
What was Milky's again?
Wrecked.
like 29,000.
He can
It's
almost take. He can sort of take the Thunder Chicken.
Thunder Chicken. Thunder Chicken and the Magic Railroad.
Thunder chicken.
Okay.
Thunderstruck!
Alright, what is... I'm trying to be very judicious here. Like, I'm trying to think of what I would win with a newer engine. What is your tender fuel capacity?
Tender fuel.
Unless it's in oil, because that...
It's in oil.
Damn it!
Okay, what about water capacity?
7,800 gallons.
7,000.
Yes.
It.
Not quite coast to coast, but
Great Lake to Great Lake.
Great Lake to Great Lake, yeah.
I have
Depends
a
on-
question.
Yep.
Because this is one that doesn't matter with age. What's your factor of adhesion?
Okay.
4.31.
4.64.
Wow.
Jeebus.
And I thought I was bad.
Not great.
Okay.
What are your
and-
cylinders?
I was hurting to avoid that one. 24 by 28.
21 by 26.
Okay. G5
So-
is whipping you.
Yeah. This is, it isn't looking good for the G5.
It's
What
looking
is it?
great for the G5.
Or, sorry, it isn't looking good for Milky.
The TP 29 is not feeling it right now.
Yeah.
94.
Can you feel it, Mr. Krebs?
This is for the actual model we're going to use? No, I'm kidding.
No.
How many were built?
90.
Um,
It was a
Like,
pain for me to find, but 90.
35.
35.
35.
Oh.
God damn it, W.
Unfortunately, you could have stood up to the grand with that number. That's a good number. However, when standing up to the Penzi, you know who's going to win. Unless you're British.
It's yeah, unless you're British. It's surprising.
Speaking of British,
it's surprising
we'll
that they
talk about that
only
later.
made 90 of these,
Yeah, only 90?
Is that counting the Long
not
Island
400.
Or the British 900?
Yeah, well, actually, they made another 30, I think, for the Long Island Railroad.
Long
Yeah,
Island.
they made another 31 for the Long Island Railroad. So
Those don't count. They're
Okay.
bastards.
no, well, no, they're. It's true, they don't. I'm saying. So they in total made more than
Yeah.
100 G5s.
Fair enough.
Okay, so what else are we gonna do?
What is your firebox area?
Firebox area.
This one, too.
228.
What?
228.
177. Jesus
Ooh.
Christ, you have a huge firebox.
346, this firebox I got to see in it for the first time today. It's like 2 feet wide. That's not an exaggeation. Like
That's-
you look into it and it'd be a pinch to lay down at it. It's like 2 feet by 7 feet.
Well, it's an air gauge.
Like, yeah, it's a little engine, but still, it's a little firebox.
Okay, what's your superheating surface?
Superheating surface, 613 square feet.
Balls. 568.
All right,
That didn't last
well,
long.
yeah. So you're going to be able to do pretty well with that. I don't know what you would have picked, though. What is your minimum weight of rail?
75.
99.
So,
It's smaller engine, so I'll give it to you.
in this case, it'd be better.
To put the ball back in your court, go ahead.
Okay. Combined heating surface.
10,000.
3468 square feet.
2813.
Yeah. I didn't expect you to come out on top with that one. Man, the last time we had a washout like this, it was against a J3
Okay, what
it
is
was
your
against the Vulcan.
driver diameter?
driver 68 inches.
67.
Way to be those guys, Pensy.
God damn.
67.
You guys are unbelievable. Penzie, you just pens.
Also, it's a 1/4 inch wider.
Whoop-de-doo. Okay, Milky, I'm gonna throw you a bone. Minimum weight of rail.
We just
We
did
already
that one.
did that.
Oh, we did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did that one knowing he would win so that he could get the ball again, and then he gave it back to me.
Oh. Never mind then.
What's your
Um,
valve gear? Just
Oh, you. Wall sharks.
yeah, okay, same thing.
Okay.
I
Say,
had a
don't
feeling.
say Stephenson.
Yeah, I was.
No.
I was
That'll be the wrong answer.
I had
No, the
fingers
G5 said
crossed.
pop it.
Pop it.
Oh,
G5s. Like you don't need poppet valves on a. Do you know? Hold on, let me go up here and read something again because I wasn't quite sure on something.
what's your weight on tribers?
Wait, hold on.
Okay.
Um,
I stopped firing. So
okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. I got an interesting. I'm gonna ask for a style point in a second, but wait
Oh.
on drivers.
Oh.
Oop, wrong section. I was like, that's not right. Wait on drivers. 178,800 pounds. 178,000.
Okay, 135,000.
135. So a lighter engine, so you get
Yeah.
that one.
Okay, engine weight. Engine.
No.
237,000.
181,000.
Okay, no more weight ones, because they're all basically the same. Yes, we get the G5s heavier. You're not milking it anymore.
Okay, style points.
Well, I wanted to ask for, so the G5s on timetables, they were scheduled to go 70 miles an hour.
It's pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah. Because apparently they were very well counterbalanced.
Mm-hmm.
It's good. I'll give it to you.
Thank
How many survivors are there of each?
Well, I know there's at least one G5.
One.
There's, wait,
There's at least one G5. I don't know.
Wait. I think I know how many. Let me look.
The Mexicans have been hoarding G5s.
No, I don't think so. But
No.
some
No,
rare
the
museum in
Mexicans
Pennsylvania
get
might have
central
one.
steam.
What?
Well,
There are 3 surviving G5s.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
G5s get that too. When were
Thanks,
they
KNL.
When were they taken out of service?
That's a good question.
Oh, 2 of them are being restored, apparently.
Active service, not scenic service.
You can give him a point for scenic service.
Yeah.
You have a style point for it, sure.
Yeah.
And I go.
I know a G5 is being restored.
Yeah.
2 of them.
Two of them.
But for retirement, when were they retired from freight service?
April 1953.
I don't know.
May I
Okay,
go
hold
for style
Hold
point?
on.
What's your style point, Milky?
94 was at the Golden Spike of the Western Pacific.
When was that?
1909.
Okay.
When
Hang on a
Was it? How many engines were there?
there was one.
Oh,
And it was
sure.
94.
He was
What?
it.
Hang on,
Sure,
Ellis,
you can have that
Ellis,
point.
I'm gonna throw you a bone. When were the G5s retired?
I'm trying to find it.
1955.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Way to be those guys, Penzi.
But
Yeah.
did they,
Is this the Pensy G5 or is it the Long Island Railroad G5? Because
Yeah,
Long
no.
Island.
God, I need fancy.
Close enough.
No. Not
Yeah.
close.
Yeah, no. I want to find out when the Pensy ones were retired because I'd figure the Long Island ones lasted a little bit longer.
Look it up.
They did. Just 994
This
is the Racing Supers.
I don't think
What's
there's any
your-
other stop points.
Was your engine in a Disney movie?
What?
I don't
What
think
movie was
so.
your engine in?
Some 1960 film by Disney.
If you
Some
can
19
name the film, then maybe we'll give
Wait.
you the style point. Otherwise, some 1960s Disney movie isn't gonna fly.
Okay,
Apparently,
The Great Train Robbery.
the,
Pollyanna.
The what?
What did he say?
Pollyanna.
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 It was the train in the.
Sure, I guess you can have that one.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, somebody give him that one. Alright, I got it. 12 to 5. Apparently,
I can't find it.
by 1929, 4 years after the G5s were built, or 5 years after the G5s were built, they were the only 10-wheeler class remaining in service on the PRR. Because apparently they would just stick them on branch lines that were too large, or that were too light for, like, the I-ones and stuff.
Vorking on the road.
Oops.
Call me comrade.
Call me Conrad.
TJ just came up with that on a whim, and I was like, yeah, I'm changing it to that.
Yeah, it's a better name.
Yeah, we never got to discuss it. I don't know why it was left as branch.
I don't know. Yeah.
And when I went to
I
put it in
went on the dock to put it in the title, and
Yeah.
that was it.
when I went to put it in the outro, I went on the dock to get it, and I was like, oh really? And then I went, oh please tell me he didn't put it in the intro. Like, please tell me he just came up with the name. And no, it was in the intro. So I was like, well, I guess we're stuck with branch.
Wow.
We were on the way home, and I was like, oh, I can't believe the name's Branch. Why didn't we call it something good, like Call Me Comrade or something like that?
And I went, oh, that's pretty good. But yeah, hopefully we'll get a G5 in service
We will pretty soon.
pretty soon.
Well,
Hopefully.
not pretty soon.
Strasbourg, Bliss.
Yeah, you know,
No, is Strasbourg or the one on
it
Long
may be
Island?
in 2013.
The one in
Rare-
Strasbourg is the one. What number is
Yeah,
the
I
one
know.
on Long Island?
In 2013,
35.
the Rare Museum of Long Island initiated a nationwide fundraising effort to raise $900,000 towards the restoration of the locomotive. The restoration included an agreement to lease the Strasbourg Railroad, to lease it to the Strasbourg Railroad for a period of 48 years, with the Strasbourg Railroad
Wow.
contributing over $1 million additional dollars towards its restoration. The locomotive may possibly be in full operation on the Strasbourg Railroad in 3 to 5 years.
So, anytime soon.
Yeah, so like soon.
Nice. Terminus made up,
G5s.
I don't know
Terminus made
about
up two.
that.
We go to Strasbourg.
No, I want to see like.
I really
I wonder
don't know
how-
about that actually, unless they've done a freakish amount of work since last year when I went there.
Yeah, was it just like a mess?
It was in pieces
Yeah, I would figure.
because their main concern was Percy at the time.
Well,
see.
in that case, I would actually give him the style point, because if it is in pieces, then they are seriously, they are undertaking it.
I have
Yeah.
another style point as well.
Well, is 94 not in pieces right now?
No, it's not.
Oh.
But it did one at its Railroad Museum for about a decade.
Okay.
So it did have an operational history after its Western Pacific relief.
Style point for Belpaire Firebox.
No.
And can I have,
Well,
I guess I
style
give
point
style
for
points
being.
to both
What do we
of
have
you
for points
because
right now?
It's like 12 to 5.
I'm going to give style points to both of you because K&L made models of both of these engines.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I'll take it.
Yeah. I'm going to buy the G5 at some point.
13
Maybe
to 6.
Maybe this week I'll buy the G5 and some other fancy
The
stuff.
G5 I like the look of the G5. I never really got a good looking one before. But the second largest, or the second heaviest 460 locomotive ever built, or the second heaviest class.
The
You know who made
heaviest
it?
being?
Some locomotive, some 10-wheeler that the Southern Pacific made.
Wow.
Jeez.
Only FP can outdo the PR.
Yeah.
Is the moral of the story.
El Gabernelita.
Wow.
Okay.
What?
Wait,
Governor-
It's El Gobernador feminine.
Can I,
It's the feminine
go
case
for
of El
that?
Gobernador.
can I go for one more style point?
Sure. I
Try.
don't care.
The WP 10 wheeler is a character on Iron Horseman. Heyo.
Sure.
Sure.
Sure, we'll give it
13 to 13 to
Alright.
7.
13.
Well,
Do you
I
have
think we have a
anything?
winner.
Yeah, I think we have a winner.
Votes.
Votes.
I'm gonna vote the G5 because Pensy, and I'm gonna buy the K&L G5
Yeah,
sometime.
standards.
I'm gonna vote the 94 because not Penzi.
Oh, wow, way to be that guy.
I'm gonna vote for G5 because Strasbourg.
Yeah, I figured
And
that
with
was
that, that's about how it would have gone anyway.
To the comment.
Two-thirds of the votes get allocated
to
to
the
the
comment.
G5.
To the
Call me
comment.
comrades.
Sorry, Milky, pity vote didn't pull through.
I'm wondering how the G5 would do against, like, Westy.
Misty.
Westy.
And we're getting on the...
Comrade
Next week on
Nukem.
Locomotive
Oh, wait, no.
Versus.
Wait, no. Who won Westy versus Ivan?
Westy, I think.
All right, yeah, we gotta put the G5 against Westy.
I think Westy
Next
won
week
by
on
1
Locomotive
point.
Versus.
All right.
Yeah, that one was close as much. From what I remember, that one was close.
So yeah, it's like the just because because the G5 one pit him against something with one more set of driving wheels.
Misty.
Yeah.
Bestie. All right, somebody go ahead and pick up model railroading because I need to type something out here.
It's gonna pick up.
I'm gonna.
Hey, JDur, can I have
Who has
you?
anything about model railroads at this point?
I do.
I have some stuff. Let me get the
Other than
pictures.
you.
Okay, hang on, let me get the pictures to you.
I have
Alright.
Bill
Super
Keith
there.
Super D!
All right. So JDur, you worked on it's significantly less cardboard, I would assume.
Actually, no. I got some ballast.
Okay,
in
never mind then.
the,
Polished.
yeah, I sent the pictures. I'll let you download those, but I put some ballast in, and then on the hill or on the elevated track that goes above the future roundhouse and the turntable and everything, I'm like, that should be a hill. So I put like a cardboard wall, sort of laid it out like terrain tracks and trains.
Mm-hmm.
I have like a cardboard base wall, and then just put strips of cardboard going down
Nice.
from the
All
from
your
the wall
base are belong to us.
Are you just gonna paper mache over the skeleton then?
No, because I have pieces of grass mat.
Grass.
Oh, okay.
Grass man.
I think
I'm just cut-
I
I'm
only
just
that's
cutting-
because that's like what I did with mine was paper mache over cardboard.
I
The
don't
only
know.
time I ever used paper mache, it got me. I got super sick of it. Like, I couldn't handle the smell of paper mache.
Yeah, it's
I-
pretty lousy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Technically, it was
I'm
a
just cutting.
plaster
I'm just
gauze.
cutting grass mat pieces of grass mat to fit, and then hot and gluing them on.
Red SD. Thank you,
Almost-
JDur.
Duh.
Thank you. All right. Let me get
you,
these
comrade.
pictures on the screen.
I've burned my hand several times.
Soldering.
No,
Soldering.
hot glue.
Oh, hot glue.
Wow.
Yeah, hot glue will do that.
Yeah, like
Well-
I'm gluing something, and then my hand slips,
Did
and
you touch the tip?
The problem with hot glue when compared to, the example a second ago was soldering. Soldering, you touch the iron and you pull your hand away like, ow, that really hurt. Hot glue, it sticks on
Sticks
you.
to you. That's
Yeah.
like wax. Like
It
burning
like
yourself with
continues to
molten
burn.
wax.
It's like, ow, 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 stop it. Go away.
yeah,
Ah.
no third degree, none of that. So it's all good. But let's see.
Chestnuts
So-
roasting and burns of the third degree.
I'm downloading these pictures very slowly.
Okay.
Very slow battery.
I put some trees. I put some trees around. It looks pretty good. Probably could use a little bit of a.
Something.
Yeah.
I'll show the pictures when they all download. It's going very slowly.
Yeah, 30 minutes remaining. Wow.
Yeah.
And at some point, I'll make a run to the hobby store, get more ballast. I'd say probably 4 more bags to do the entire layout.
That's cool. It's much further than my layout is. Mine
Yeah,
hasn't-
much further than mine.
Yeah, mine hasn't gotten that much of
It's
the
further than
planning.
mine too.
You and me both, Ellis.
Yeah. Hey,
Well,
TJ, you should
mine,
put up some
mine I
brackets.
sort of do have one, actually.
Oh, you
Yeah,
guys
yeah.
have clubs to play.
Well, you
guys
have
clubs to play with trains.
you have a whole narrow gauge section.
Yeah, I have an entire division now.
Yeah, you guys have, clubs to play at. I don't.
And I could just go over to Ray's and run narrow gauge too. So
You suck.
I can't wait to go to Ray's. Like,
yeah, we should call him before you
need
leave.
to take all the pictures for me.
we will.
Yeah, well, yeah, Ellis, we need to
Take
call
a
him
picture
before
of
you leave.
Yeah. Take a picture of that like giant case of brass stuff. We were joking about. Oh, we'll get to this. Actually, we'll get to this. Actually, you guys should take a little detour while I download all these pictures and talk about Gmod. You got a lot to talk
Gmod.
about there.
I have more
Oh
pictures.
wait, I had some on my way. That was Saccoccio.
These shouldn't take too long to download.
Alright,
It's just a
go
couple of things.
Well, yeah, but they're trying to download at the same time as everything else.
Oh.
Well,
Just wait. Go ahead, Milky. Go ahead.
Okay, the old OHO that can't even move. You know how I said that I had that tender motor? Well, I finally got on the track only to find out that it couldn't move at all. Like, the headlight would turn on, but it wouldn't even move an inch. Well, in pushing it. And
Wheel.
Did the motor go at all, or did it just turn on the
Nope.
light?
My record turntable stopped spinning too. So.
Mhm.
I tried to play the Steve Smith and the Nakeds album and it just wouldn't go, and I was like, well, it's been rejected.
Oh.
No, the turntable didn't stop because Hank.
the OEO required GP18 that can to move it.
Right.
And yeah, tried out some of my new freight cards I got from the Steam Up that I mentioned earlier.
Kind of fun card.
SP Gondor Wheel Grand stock car.
Oh yay!
Free Comwell caboose.
Boost.
And caboose. And caboose that's in the Oregon side. I should say give the decals.
Nice. Well, speaking
Yeah.
of Hank, my latest. Oh wait, are you not done?
I had a new chief skill design. Okay,
Right.
that's everything nice way.
Well, speaking of Hank, my latest project in Gmod is try to build Hank.
Mm.
Not going well at the moment because I access one side of the main drive rod to the wheels, and it just and spazzes out.
Mm-hmm.
But Wiebold helped me. Wiebold helped me a little bit. Hopefully, I can get it to work sometime soon. Yeah.
For me in Gmod,
Wiebold the Gmod god helping everybody.
Yeah.
The Gmod god. By the
For
way, I've got
me-
a present for,
It's
TJ,
like-
would you be okay if I gave away the 14XX?
no, don't give it away yet. Hold on,
Okay.
I'll give you an updated version in a minute.
I've got.
Is
Are you on
somebody working?
FCNN?
Is somebody in Gmod on the podcast?
No.
Ahem.
No.
DJ.
No,
oh.
somebody isn't on. Somebody isn't on. Somebody isn't on. Two
I don't know.
somebodies are on, actually. I
What?
didn't realize another somebody was on.
Guys.
Actually free somebody, so
Well, the Jellies is, but he hardly counts.
No.
Wow.
Somebody's on.
Wow.
What?
Achilles, I'm sorry.
He doesn't. He's not on the podcast.
Oh, I'm sure that's what you mean.
You just ruined his life.
This is what I mean. He's not on the podcast right now, so why does it matter what he's
But
doing?
he hardly
Went to go
counts.
hang himself.
Wow.
Don't joke about that.
I mean, he went to go do something related to.
Well, then
Point.
A horrible
Point.
person.
Point for being horrible.
Well,
Point for being awful.
What else is new?
I don't know.
Facts.
My
Alright,
new-
anyway, so, yeah, Gmod, train building. I built a SWA GP7 for Mid-Atlantic short line, and then I built a 44-tonner the other day also for Mid-Atlantic short line, and then now, I am in the process of building a Great Western Railway.
Grand Western.
Great Western Railway
3.
GW 14XX.
That's cool.
He's building a 1400 class auto tank
Oliver.
for people who speak British.
He's building
Remember-
Oliver.
Remember we showed them off of the podcast during the first episode?
Oh, that's
yeah.
right.
Yeah, they're probably back by now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
And
Yeah, we're just trying-
I was rooting for them last podcast, so you know.
Yeah, that's true.
So yeah,
They
that
came
is the
very
gift-
close with the Pannier.
That is
Yeah.
the gift that Wiebold wants to
Yeah.
give. The engine that he kind of helped me build, or that he helped me build the drive gear for. I mean, valve gear. Valve gear.
There
I
it is.
wonder when he did that.
Before the podcast, actually.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
So, what are you saying, Wiebold?
Hmm?
Who are you gonna gift this to?
I was gonna give it to O'Gillies, Milky, and JDur so that for the love of God they can have Steam.
Yeah, give him
I'm
Steve.
learning.
Well,
I'm
actually,
learning very.
I decided
slowly.
that I'm probably not gonna go on Gmod again because apparently I can't spawn in the Pitmobile
Oh, why is that?
Because
they disabled dupes.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can build you a new Pitmobile.
Well, I could build a new Pitmobile and save it with E2, but it won't
He's-
be the same. It
He's
won't be
already
the
got a
same.
new Pitmobile. He got
But I
it
can't-
one piece at
I-
a time,
I
and
can't
it
get the-
cost him a dime.
I can't get the OG Pitmobile, and also, I'm scared to think of how many mod updates I will need if
Oh,
I start
God.
Gmod
Oh.
right now.
That's
goodness.
very true.
No, that'd be
That is
like
a
you.
very
No, like you get up in the morning, set your Gmod update, go to college classes all day, come back, and it's not even halfway done.
Yeah, well, that's kind of what it'll be.
Just like train asset database updates.
I don't know. I had an asset database and it didn't take a long time. I've only ever had one, and it was when my asset updates counter thing reached over 2,000,
Jesus
and
Christ.
I was like, how do I fix this? And then it just like, it just
Trust
did
me,
itself.
we are engineers.
Trust me, I'm engineer. The big skill and the big ear. Trust me, I am engineer. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Speaking of engineers, I
Combustible lemons.
can't remember if I talked about this on the last podcast or not.
I don't think I remember you saying it.
No, I don't think so either.
But yeah, I've been promoted to an engineer on FCNN.
Oh my god!
Hey!
Yeah, I
FCNN.
remember Wiebold was there, and he's like, one of us. One of us. Yeah. Woo.
Soon as I get Mark done in Gary's mod, I'll be golden,
Golden. What?
Have fun with that.
aka 94. I already have
I was
most
making
of.
a mogul once.
No,
You're
no,
like
when
the
I learned
grumpy
how to build
cat
Steam,
meme. I made a mogul once. It was terrible. Because
I
Gmod
played-
Pearl Harbor, because Ellis.
I played Gmod once. It was awful.
No, if I learn how to build,
Gary's mod Pearl Harbor.
and when I get the hang of building Steam, I'll build Ivan for you. No, it's not Ivan.
Somebody in the comments was disrespecting Ivan.
Oh yes, I responded to him as Ivan.
Good.
I said
They call him Ivan the Terrible.
I set down the rule. It is you are completely allowed, in fact, maybe encouraged to respond to comments on the episodes in character, as long as you know, instead of notating your name, notate the character's name.
Mhm.
So right now,
So
right
I
now,
do the obligatory 10-wheeler that no one knows about.
hey, I'm here too, Mark.
Yeah.
Do you have problem with me, comrade?
Oh, jeez.
Come at
You
me,
know-
comrade.
Yeah.
we really need to wipe.
No,
And see
no,
why
and
it's
then
called Ivan the Terrible. Do you
oh, and then
have
this
one
Shoreline
like me,
Gamer
Comrade?
replies to your comment. Duh.
So F you,
Yeah.
TJ.
Huh?
F you, TJ.
Have you seen mine recently?
I haven't.
Then come see it.
I will.
what?
You did.
Yeah.
What did you do?
Nothing.
Nah, we're talking about the
Nice.
Terminus. We're talking about the Terminus talk.
Yes, of
My
course you
Terminus
guys
talk.
are.
Did the pictures download? Hang on, did my
Nah.
Gmod pictures download?
Where are you? Da.
Okay,
Where are
over
you?
Here, over here.
Oh, there it is.
Why is one of the suggested tags politics?
Color is puce. What do you mean you
Okay.
like yours more? It's the exact. Oh, okay.
Because we
The lamps are too high. The number is wrong.
Shh.
What?
TJ, it's a 1400 class. The number is 14XX. That's what that is the number.
TJ, you're an idiot.
It's the number. I do like the steps, though. That's a good touch.
Point for screwing up the number.
Oh my god, what the hell was that?
uh,
Did everybody else hear that?
Yes.
Sort of.
Yeah, that was.
I don't know what that was.
Wait, did my Gmod pictures download?
Never
Yeah,
get. Trust me, I'm an engineer.
Come on.
Think that's a yes.
1, 2, 3, 4.
But today I
So
decided
now
to
all
build some
six
custom rolling stock. I built a TH and Brix boxcar.
Very well done, comrade.
Thank you. I built an Iron Horseman Railway boxcar, which I'm gonna give out.
Got a
I'm gonna give
spectator.
it out to.
You like the number? You like the number on the front because that's how it's supposed to be.
Guys,
Yeah.
it's something downloaded.
What did?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the
Lamps are wrong.
okay.
Really?
GH and Bricks boxcar.
And then the other picture is my RS3. We
Oh,
can talk
how are
about
they
that.
wrong?
in a minute. And then my
That's
Ohio
not
Central Kabusta.
They're not red. Huh.
Yeah, they're not red.
I
not
built an
there.
Iron Horseman Railway
They're already
boxcar.
parented.
I'm gonna give
Ohio
out TJ.
Central. Oh my god.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
there's a lamp.
I like it.
I spawned those in as lamps.
It goes red.
Oh yeah, that's the one with the terrible sound effects,
I
right?
made
Oh,
them lamps.
shush.
I'm spawning the lamp.
It's the closest to an Alka sound I could find.
Like they're the lamps that light up. Wiebold.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Shush.
Well, it's wrong.
Speaking of
Shush.
lamps that light up,
Dick
And
Elwood
realistic
layout.
chuffing sound.
Dick Elwell's layout. Oh my
Hang on, I still have
god.
a couple things. And
Oh,
should we save?
Oh,
Should we-
come on.
What?
Should
They
we
can't
save?
just drop a bombshell like that and then it's like, oh, wait, I have a couple more things.
Should we save
Not
person
that
C
possible.
for last?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, let's save person C for last.
Okay, so
I need to add
I
the water
don't
hatch.
think very much is going to ever
No.
top this layout.
Mm-mm.
Yeah,
I'm
pictures of
never
it.
gonna see a better
Yeah.
layout again.
Never.
Never ever. My eyes
Before
are.
we get, but we're not going to make the mistake of doing things in the wrong order, TJ. So we'll talk about Frank's layout real quick first.
Yeah, well, it is real quick because it's.
Yeah, because
No offense to Frank, it's a good layout, but not after Dick Elwood's layout.
Chris is asking me how long the podcast is. He goes, "Are you guys almost done?" I wrote back, "No." He goes, "How close are you?" And I wrote, "STFU."
Fair enough.
It was the what was it? East Denver Belt Line.
Well, there was
And it was-
two.
Yeah, there were
Denver Union Terminal.
yeah, Denver Union Terminal and one that was the inside of the East Denver Belt Line. And
TJ, are the E2s parented?
it was
Yeah.
Numbers.
it was they had some real cool stuff, like they had engines with the Flying Rio Grande logo, and then they had these really blue engines
Ooh.
East Denver Belt Line, and they were like, what color was that? I pointed that out as being the same color as something, but I don't remember what.
The sky.
Well, I mean, it was close. It was kind of sky blue, and they
Sky
had, you know how
blue?
Wiebold, you know the band around the outside of your logo there?
Yeah.
They made it a belt, like an actual belt,
You know what? Fair enough. GG.
belt line.
Yeah,
So,
that's
it was pretty funny.
applause.
I saw it. I was like, oh, okay. And
TJ, are the lettering E2s parented?
Yep.
Okay.
so this is a map of the layout, and it was pretty cool, and it stretched around his entire basement. He didn't have a very large house, but stretched around his entire basement, and like it was very well done, and it was quite well scenic. And he had an underground in air quotes, because it was just underneath the layout staging yard.
hmm
And he also had a really, really chill cat.
A really chill cat? Was it a fat cat?
Yes, it was like an IRL Garfield. It was the right color too. I'm not even kidding.
No,
it was
I would have made
awesome.
him
IRL Garfield.
No, I would
Yeah.
have. No, I would have brought like MLG glasses to put on the cat, and then a little Mountain Dew thing and Doritos.
But you know, it was all really well done. And the thing that threw me at first is I walked down the stairs and it was 2-rail, and I went, "Wait, what scale is this?" And he goes, "It's O gauge," and I go, "Oh, it looks different without the middle rail." And one of the guys goes, "Yeah, it looks real."
Yeah, it looks good.
Yeah. And he had this cool dispatcher board, which Dick Elwell had a very similar dispatcher board, except his was much larger, and had actual like switch and signal things, like a mouse. I'm pointing out what they are, but you guys can't see them. They're like little chevron things where you throw the switch to throw the switch on the track, and they were apparently off a Southern Pacific dispatch board.
Oh, neat.
I was like, "Oh, Milky would like that."
He'd just be here like, "Oh my god!"
But if we had gone to that one first, I would have found it a lot cooler. But it just couldn't compare to the HO scale layout that we visited.
Mm-mm.
Now, first things first, I walked down the stairs into the basement, which it also took up the entire basement. And he had 3 brass models on the wall, and one was the double ender, which is
Whoa!
yeah, being shown.
Terminus blast from the past. Did you talk to him about it at all?
A little bit, but he was talking to. There were a lot of people there, so he was like leapfrogging between different things. And
Yeah.
actually, him getting distracted allowed me to get in a lot of trouble. So
Oh yes.
we'll get to that.
By screwing TJ.
Yeah.
Not in that way, not in that way.
He had
Dirty little viewers.
the Boston Albany Suburban 466, and then he had the
Double
original
ender.
284 Berkshire, number 1400, the A1B class, built in
Did it have that
1927.
weird thing on the front?
Yeah, it has a hat, and it has an extra long trailing truck to fit the booster engine.
Booster.
And then he had
Am I really?
Then he had a J2A in brass, without the cool drive wheels, which is why it's not a J3. Also with the funny looking trailing truck to hide the booster engine. So I walked around the place and there were just there is nothing missing from this layout.
No, it was amazing.
It was,
You had to walk around it twice to see not even half of it.
yeah.
Like
I walked
took
around it again and again and again.
I took a picture of it, and then
You took more than one picture of
well,
it.
I took no
I
one of
took
the
a whole
pictures.
picture of it.
One of the
Took a
Mom,
fan.
get the
Unfortunately-
camera.
Unfortunately,
one of the-
some of these
one of the
pictures
pictures-
are blurry, but
yeah.
here you go, guys.
one of the pictures I took was of a crossing
Oh, wait.
and then a siding with a boxcar on it. When I came home to look at the picture, I didn't see it at first when I took the picture, but right in the middle of the picture is a dog peeing on a fire hydrant.
It was great.
I didn't
Why?
even see it when I first took the picture.
There was this lake scene, which is one of the first things that got me, because the water is perfect. Like, it's wavy and everything, and it's like crystal clear, reflective. I don't know how he did it, but TJ, you have a way better picture of this than I do. But it's like on
Yeah.
water level, and the tugboat and the dredger reflect in the water.
Hold on
but
one
it's,
second.
Slightly
I'll send
wavy.
it to you.
And then there were a lot of amazingly detailed scenes. This HO scale layout set in the transition era, a fictional route that runs between Pittsfield, Mass, and Essex Junction, New York. So it runs over the Berkshires.
That boy.
And this, I don't know what to say. I don't know what I can say about it. There was
There's so
detail
little words to describe it.
everywhere. Yeah,
You have to see it.
Everywhere.
And, like, the pictures don't do it justice.
And he just finished building a brand new section of it. The turntable worked really, really well, which
You
was
know why it
fantastic.
worked really, really well?
Why?
Because of the copper wire.
Oh yeah, no. It was powered via the overhead wires that attached, like the turntable.
Oh, come on.
Yeah,
Wow.
I'm not even kidding.
No way.
It was, I glanced at it and went, it just sort of struck me as, oh, that doesn't look really prototypical. Oh wait, that's an actual wire.
That is an actually powered wire.
Yeah, and that's the and then apparently the common ground is in the shaft of the motor. So
Oh.
like, the turntable was apparently, he goes, I scratch built that 35 years ago.
Jeez.
Yeah,
This guy has too much time.
he started working on it when he was 40. He's like 80 something now.
Jeez.
The locomotive, everything was weathered too.
Good.
Yeah. And then he had this bridge scene with these two bridges over this like ravine with waterfalls and a mill with water pouring out of it.
Oh, neat.
Water in air quotes, because
Yeah.
actual water features in the layout generally not a good idea.
Plus your G scale.
Yeah.
Especially if you have overhead exposed wires.
Yeah.
And you might be able to pull it off otherwise, but
You know, it was just the wire for the turntable. Like, somebody on the model train subreddit was talking about, like, how feasible would it be to have the catenary wires actually power the trains? And I went, you know, people were like,
Lionel did it.
I'm not sure how easy that would be.
It's not going to be very easy, but it's doable. Lionel did
Yeah.
it.
Well, yeah, but this
Yeah.
was for an HO scale modeler.
Still, you
Yeah.
can do it.
You can
Yeah.
do it.
It's
Lionel
literally
can do
it's
it,
the
you can
same
do it.
as the track, except
It is, except you're way more likely to bump it and then, like, the littlest break somewhere.
oh yeah. I mean, it's not going to be easy, but it is definitely doable.
It's doable.
If Lionel can do it, you can do it.
Also, the backdrops were done really, really well. They were, a lot of them were photo backdrops, or they were all photo backdrops, but they were, you know, especially in these pictures, the one I'm looking at, it doesn't look like it's photo backdrop. It looks like it's just there. There's like a hill in the background. All sorts of little details. Again, perfect water. There's Ray Schofield in the back of that picture. There was a tunnel there were a bunch of tunnels that confused the hell out of us. Because there was the branch line, quote unquote, runs under the map runs underneath the layout for at least half of its length. So it detaches from the main line, goes into a tunnel, and then reappears halfway around the room. Like, you wouldn't expect those two to connect at all.
Yeah, it was so weird but so cool at the same time. Like, he had like a tunnel that went into a staging yard, so it looked like the train
745.
came from somewhere.
And then there were multiple tunnels like that. That dead ended, but there were trains parked in there for operating sessions.
Oh,
And then there's Fontaine's,
oh,
which was
please.
a
Fontaine
Harley
Baskets?
shop, a Harley Davidson shop.
Nice.
Again, the ground is all perfectly weathered. Like, I'm not sure if the stuff was hand laid. I don't think it was. Did he say it was?
I don't know. It looked like the paper mill was. Did you see how detailed
Yeah.
the track?
The paper mill was. It was like the brand new. He just did a new section of the layout, and it looks stupendous.
Question.
Word of
Yep.
the day, children. Stupendous.
What did this guy do before he retired?
I have no idea.
Made money.
Yeah, made money.
Cash money.
F
Made
people
money and a
make
lot
money.
of it.
Hang on, what railroad died about 40 years ago? That was good.
Thanks,
But-
sensible.
No.
Yeah.
Most
Shut
of
up.
them. Most of the good ones.
Oh, he'd be
Well, died
broke.
about 40 years ago.
40 years ago. No.
10?
40 years ago was almost Rio Grande.
Western Pacific and Missouri Pacific.
Like, what was?
No, and that I don't know.
75.
No,
75 was
Jesse.
Amtrak's
Delaware.
Dignity.
Amtrak's Dignity.
Delaware and Huck.
Amtrak's on time.
Insert the
performance.
patriotic GG1.
America.
GG1 half.
Yeah.
There was in
I
this,
want
I
to
took
build
this
that.
picture only because there's Stuart tanks on a train in one corner and
Stuart.
tractors on a train in the other corner.
Yeah. Or you're like, oh my god, JDur.
Yeah, that's basically what happened.
Jeez.
This actually doesn't show everything in the layout. I took a picture of the map, and he did all of Pittsfield, Mass. Like, it's all scenic now. He moved half of the yard to this wall. I'm mousing it, like, to the opposite wall. And then added a paper mill here.
Well,
And, oh my god, guys.
It was so detailed. We
There was
we
an
tried
area
to tell
with-
you how good it was, but you have to see it in person.
Like, we need to take you to it.
Terminus meetup 2.
Is it like an open house type deal, or did he just have the club there on a?
He invited
Well,
them
It was
to the
like
club.
it's like a call him up and hope he says yes sort of deal.
Terminus
Nice.
meetup 2. That's what it is with my grandfather's friend with the live Steam.
Nice.
They had this area that was, it like was a 2-stall roundhouse with a turntable, but the turntable pit is filled in.
Oh, do you have the picture that I
Yeah,
sent?
I took a picture of that. Oh, well, I didn't take a pic. I don't have the pictures you sent me.
Oh, because I sent you some pictures
Where?
on your phone.
Oh, well, that's helpful.
Well, just put them on Skype.
I can't.
It's a pain to get stuff
I
from.
need to send them through the whole thing to get them over here.
All right, hold
I
on.
don't even have the right wire. Like, send them
PG.
through Skype.
PD.
I'll put them on Skype right now.
Now, this is near the Golden Spike. He had like a whole scene with a beaver dam.
Beavers.
Yeah. That's just more
He had a
layout.
Golden
This
Spike?
JB, Steam hater.
Where's your cab car?
No, that's not him.
He had a golden spike.
Where's your cab car guy? Did not show up. Oh, here's the Golden Spike. Right there, where he finishes.
He painted
layout.
the top of a spike gold and then put a little golden hammer next to it
Yeah.
Nice.
to
This
signify.
is where the branch line came out. Like, you'd never expect that it goes anywhere. It's a picture of me running the Berkshire.
Ooh.
Oh, no, there's a picture of the Texas. Ray brought a Central, or what was it? Was it Central
Yeah, it's-
Vermont? Yeah, a 210-4.
Nice.
And it was properly weathered. And even the gate lights, even the crossing lights worked. Like, it went
the
off when you
main-
got near them.
in the main town, yeah,
Yeah.
like the places that would have.
Now, here's the standard gauge goose. The signal bridge, the very well detailed everything. And going across the big bridge, which was when I threw TJ onto the branch line. So he had a really cool dispatcher board, which was not intuitive at all, but I eventually started to figure it out with a lot of help from him. And also, he'd never dispatched his own layout. He always had people that wanted to dispatch, so he never dispatched his own layout. Here's another angle of the same thing. Going over the bridge. But yeah, so I figured out how to switch TJ onto the branch line.
Oh boy.
So I do it, and like
What,
he's running down
monkey?
the branch line, and then the guys go, "Wait a minute, how'd you get over here?" And I was like, "I did that." And they go, and Dick sort of goes, "Oh, I wanted to see them come around and hit the switch again." 'Cause they thought a switch was derailing the Texas, and he's like, "All right, you got to back up." And then he turns to me and goes, "You're banned from this. You're banned from the club. You can't come back. I'm putting your name on a list." And
Jeez, Ellis.
and then I just kept screwing with stuff. Basically, I took out the train with the Berkshire, and I started running down. I started following TJ, but the branch line is also a reverse loop.
Mm-hmm.
So I threw the switch onto the branch line after he went by, and then I passed him, and then went into the branch line, and then went into that long tunnel and came out facing him. And I had to run back to the dispatcher board to throw a passing sighting, because that's the only place you can throw those switches from.
Yeah, it's mostly single track.
Yeah. Oh, there's a picture of the dispatcher board. And there's me coming through one of the main towns. A very shaky picture of me coming over the bridge. More shaky pictures because I couldn't hold the damn camera steady. And this is where TJ met me at the station.
I'm looking at the pictures that TJ sent. My God.
Yeah. And every section of the layout is like that. There is no section without that detail.
Alice, did you see the pictures I sent in Skype?
Yeah, I put them up for a second.
I have the water one. Is the water one there too?
No. Send the water one.
I
Yeah,
have it, but
turntable
I
and
sent
then
it, but it didn't go through, I guess. Yeah, the filled-in turntable was just awesome
Yeah, the
too.
filled-in turntable was awesome. And then he had this bridge that goes over the yard, and I think that's the last picture I took. Because the next one is the other dispatch board. Yeah, no, let me get, once he sends me the water one. Oh my god. The layout is unbelievable. Like, I can't... It will be a very, very long time before I ever find something that comes close. Like, I
Wow.
don't know anything that comes close.
I need to show you the Freight Museum in Greeley. We have, or not to like try to one up or anything, but just to try and find a close match. It might not be as detailed, but mainline run takes a couple hours to get around.
I know, it wasn't the size that got me. It was just that it was a big layout. Like, it was larger than a 4-car garage.
Yeesh. Here, yeah, give me a sec.
You know, and for one person to do,
There's a water
that's
picture.
fantastic. Yeah, I just put it up.
Oh.
Oh my god. It
Sure
doesn't
it's not
look
real water?
fake.
It's incredible.
Yeah. I don't know how we did it. And that track right in the back there leads to an off-map staging, or like a, you know, one track that dead ends with a train in it, because that's an interchange. Oh my god.
It's a Milwaukee Rodeo show.
You know, and this was done
It's
by
very tall.
one person. It's done by one person.
I know.
Made by a single man.
Yeah.
Did my layout pictures get through?
Let me see.
Yeah, they did.
Oh, did they? No.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did. All right.
Yay.
As well as my goats, mod pixels.
Yeah.
Of what I've been up to.
Oh, that's
Little
sideways.
Joe.
Forex.
Oh yeah, now it's green. Oh, that Pennsylvania engine. Woo.
Yeah, grab. Then there's Bruce coming down the hill with a passenger train.
Bruce.
Yeah, the mogul.
There you
Yeah, TJ, it might
the
be worth
cardboard.
mentioning that I have no idea what this engine's cab looks like.
Yeah, I can't find any pictures of it.
So this is just kind of going.
What are you talking about? The
Milky,
The-
TJ, and I are all swarming around this engine, putting a cab in it, and it's just
I
like,
can't-
let's
I
put a
can't-
dial here.
Hey.
Yeah, that looks British.
Don't hit it. Don't hit it.
Don't hit it. Milky.
just look
Okay.
up British locomotive cab.
This is
I
too
can't-
nice.
I know what a British locomotive cab looks like, but I don't know what the 1400 looks like.
Let me
Then
see
look
if
it
I
up.
can find a picture.
Scrub.
Just go British.
Yeah, and
Left
that's
hand-
kind of
left
the
hand
approach
drive.
we've taken thus far.
Yeah, you know. Yeah,
Oh, and that's
British,
Wiebold in
left
front of a
hand
ship. I was scrolling over through the picture of JDur's layout, and then there was Wiebold in front of a ship.
Oh, is that the Star of India one?
Yeah.
drive. Boat.
San Diego, everyone.
Yeah, there you go.
It's a place
Yeah,
It's a
Bellis.
place.
in,
It looks
in
pretty
California.
Really? I didn't think.
good. No, it's a
But it ain't just a river in Egypt.
Denial just a river in Egypt.
No, it's Utah.
I need the Wii U. They don't know anything more. Utah.
There go all the Utah viewers. Viewer.
Bio
They allow
Jellies.
computers there.
No, viewer. Oh, jellies.
Viewer. Bio Jellies. He'll be back.
When he has to be guest again, he'll be back.
Crawling back.
Right.
Making my way back.
Okay, now let's see. Is that everybody's stuff except for person C?
I think so.
I think so. But Jader, can I have your alcos?
Oh god.
That was this
Yeah.
So
guy.
we met a foamer.
Yeah, TJ and Wiebold can help me on this.
I can't. Woo.
I
Yeah, because
can.
you don't hear it.
I'm Ellis and I hate Gettys mod.
I do.
I'm Ellis and I hate Gettys mod because I can.
Yeah.
I built a
Right.
Murgle once, it was awful. Because Gettys mod is
so-
a great game and I just can't see that for whatever reason. Can't be bothered.
Can't be both.
Right.
Well, that's exactly it. I can't be bothered. It takes so much effort to do anything in that damn game.
Eh.
Strasbourg!
Oh, Julie's is running Strasbourg style, everyone.
Oh my
Really?
God.
Milky,
What?
can't help but notice that your 460 is a 4.
Ow.
Yeah, I know. I kind of need to fix
You
that.
have
only
just
has
like
half
a
of
metal
it.
wheel.
Also,
Right.
you cheeky bastard.
What?
Right, okay, so
You
I'm gonna
used-
say
You used the tutorial.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, he did use the tutorial valve gear. Cheaty.
Wait, what?
I got the
Tutorial.
tutorial.
Milky's using pre-made valve gear.
Damn it, Milky.
Another point.
Well, I still gotta
That's
make
despicable.
I still gotta make the half. So calm down.
Why would you do this?
I got
Why?
the tutorial. I got the
TJ.
tutorial one.
What?
Just to see how
Look at this.
just to see how everything works.
What?
I mirrored the water glass and it turned around. The pipe is pointing out. Why? Why do you hate
Don't
me
be
like
hitting our engine. My engine.
Oh my god.
Our engine. It's
this
kind of our
engine? It's
engine.
more our engine, but we can call it yours if you want.
I can't
Right,
even
okay.
see it.
It's a community engine except for Milky and O'Jillies and Jader.
And yeah.
So
I mean-
us.
Us, yeah.
And
Right, okay.
Ellis, but no.
Right, person C. Okay.
They can't help me have my. They won't let me have my pimp mobile. So you know what?
Right. Okay. So about 2 weeks ago, I was on FCNN. I
Ooh.
think this was before I got promoted.
Yeah, this
Oh shit.
I'll say it.
Promotion! Woo!
Say it. What? Yeah, it was.
Minimum.
Anyway. Anyway, I was running some of my House Central
Rah.
stuff, getting them put together. And then Crayfish joins.
Oh
Hey,
yeah.
we
Ooh,
can't
ooh.
name names. We can't name names.
Yes, we
Yeah,
can.
we
Or,
can.
not Crayfish, Person C.
No, for everyone out there that plays Gmod,
Crayfish Gaming.
look out.
Don't. Be nice.
Crayfish Gaming
JDur.
is a good person except for what he does on
JDur,
gaming.
high ground. You're promoted now. You need to be more mature.
Is that a
All right.
car battery?
For now, he on
No,
the
it's a
podcast.
toolbox.
Well, no one on Epstein.
That's what's on the side of the
podcast.
engine already, next to the.
Well, apparently two
We
people
need something for the firemen to sit on.
All right, he's
Not really.
he's known as Person C. Let's just say that.
See,
CF.
See.
FG.
All right, Person C. But he comes on, says, "Oh, okay, that's a nice engine. May I have a dupe of it?" And I thought this was just gonna be a one-time thing, and I didn't know that was a rule. So I'm like, "Sure, go for it."
what was
What's
the
a rule?
That you couldn't give out stuff unless it's like a gift or something. Like if I made something for somebody.
You can't.
Of course you can.
Since when?
You mean that's a rule? Of course
I
you
lo-
can trade stuff.
Well, it wasn't a trade. He just asked for a dupe, but
You
whatever.
can't. Of course you can give stuff out.
Yeah.
It's your stuff.
I don't see why you wouldn't be
Give
able
it-
to do that.
I think the caveat you might be thinking of is if it's not yours to give out,
Right.
Yeah.
which has been encountered by a few people a couple times, and that's been dealt with. But otherwise, it's your, like Ellis said, it's your thing to give.
Whoops.
Right. Okay.
Hang on, let me fix it. Okay, you fixed it.
Right. Okay.
TJ burned the
So,
engine.
you're right.
What?
TJ turned the engine black.
Oh, jeez.
TJ.
Did it again.
TJ.
This
This is why.
charbroiling it.
Train is on fire.
TJ. This is why you can't have nice things. Another point for burning the engine.
No, it's fixed. It's fine. We restored it. Strasbourg
Restored
pitched
it.
in.
Right.
Strasbourg gave some money.
But where do I go from here? Right, and then he was, and then I built my RS3. I was running that around, and he's like,
Yeah,
"Hey,
yeah. Reserve
Jader,
the
remember
RS.
me? Can I have a dupe of that?" No. Off. No, and then TJ was building one of his Mid-Atlantic engines, one of the switchers. Yeah, I had my RS3 I have my
Wiebold, are you
dirt
looking
parts.
for the invisible?
No. Leave the pod there for now. We'll get it in a minute.
I had my GP7 parked on the track next to him, and then Crayfish comes down to the yard to see what we're doing. And he looks in TJ's engine. He's got a cab light in it, and he's like, it's JDur's when there's a cab light. And TJ says, "No, I built this." Oh, did you know JDur's gonna let me have his Alco? There's no way he would let you do that. Okay, he said maybe.
He goes, "Oh, I said maybe. I said maybe."
Yeah.
All the foam.
And then today, yeah,
Yeah.
I'll let one
Wait,
of you guys.
what did he do today? Oh yeah, that's right. I was on for this.
Yeah,
I
I'll let
wasn't
you
on the
guys
server,
talk
but I was
about
on Skype, and he was just doing what?
Wiebold?
He's running basically double heading is already frowned upon on the server because it's a
Unless it's
huge
something
waste
like-
of space.
Unless something like low prop.
Yeah, unless it's something low prop because it's a huge waste of props and constraints and it's just it's a huge waste.
Then we could
Yeah.
double head this.
And
engine. Oh.
he is triple heading with two high prop diesels and
That I doubt he
Frisco
felt.
1522.
Yeah.
Oh god.
The
And
server is nearly full, and he's got more than 500 props out at a time, and he keeps spawning stuff.
He goes, "I just need some more pushing power," and he pulls
No,
out
you
the
don't.
entire
You're already
engine.
double heading. You don't need another engine on it.
And,
Oh,
then he
steam
de-
engine.
no,
So
and he despawns the steam engine, and then he's like, okay, let me spawn another diesel.
No.
What's funny is I doubt he built. Let's see. Yeah, I doubt he built any of the engines that he was running. Because yeah,
That would.
That's not our place to judge. Yes, it's wood.
Would.
Why?
yeah,
Would.
just
Would.
Okay, I'm gonna parent the cab, TJ.
I
A
parented
lot of
everything else
idiots
that I put on.
understand. Let's just say that. A lot of idiots.
Yeah. You parented what already?
I parented the water cap already.
Oh, okay, cool.
The
Is there
fill cap.
anything else outside that we need to parent?
I don't think so.
A lot of idiots. And scrub trains.
And scrub.
Oh my god, the scrub train today. Oh my goodness. It was a steam train with a square and triangular boiler.
Square and triangular.
Yes, it was square, and then at the front it was a triangle. Not like a shark nose triangle, like a weird isosceles triangle.
I saw. Oh, that one. This is the guy that it's his style to build like that.
With that,
I mean,
with that weird
Okay,
passenger
it
train
works,
with the lights on
but
top.
It's so bad.
I know, it looks so bad.
Make it your fine then. Make it your style. Make it your own. Have fun with it.
Make it a circle.
But honest to God, just
Boilers are round.
it doesn't look good.
Yeah.
It makes you look like you don't know what you're doing. Okay, let's try that, TJ. See if it still rolls, and then if it does, we can add the E2 to it.
Okay,
Yep.
you want me to
Yep.
dupe it?
I've already got it.
Finish up this podcast while we still.
You have to area dupe
That's
it
all
with
my-
all the props.
That's all my Gmod stuff. And then trains, Maple Beach, Birch. I joined the dartboard club.
What'd you say?
Woohoo!
I mean, what'd you
Yeah,
say,
because
Wiebold?
the line I'm working on at the moment
You need
is
to
going,
advance
is going
I
to
mean,
be influenced by
area
pencil
dupe it.
stuff. So
Woohoo!
Pensy stations,
Ivan, what's this thing
dartboards.
again? You
That's the
switch
switch.
stand. You should change track.
You tweet.
His bird.
Tweet.
I can do that at some point. Add in like ambient like bird noises or something.
Added it in a couple areas.
Birds.
Bird, kill it. It's evil.
Here, I area
Okay.
duped it, Wiebold.
No, what's annoying is you place down one of those sound things in trains, and then
Yeah.
you need to remove it because the sound sucks, and you can't find it.
Yeah, I know the feels. Okay, TJ.
Here,
Right,
I duped it with all the
that's
other
it
stuff
for me.
on it.
Well, it's already got all the other stuff on it. This one. Oh, you didn't put lettering on it and stuff. I thought you said the lettering was parented to it.
It is,
Okay.
see?
No, it's not.
Oh, I parented it before.
Oh, hang on.
Right? Yeah, that's it for me.
Cool.
Alright. Well, I think. Who else has got anything? Anybody got anything?
I
TJ?
had some
TJ,
good
have you done stuff with your layout?
Okay.
Funny joke.
Another bracket.
Funny
Yeah, I
joke.
said just put up one more bracket.
Oh, Wiebold, you know why I didn't spawn the cab gear? Because you have to...
Okay. Love you.
Okay, that took a turn. We have to have each other's prop protection. That's why it's not spawning our stuff.
Oh, no, I think it is. Because we already have each other's prop protection.
Or do we?
Yeah, cool. Because otherwise, I wouldn't be able to work on the engine at all.
What is that noise?
Yeah, well, no, because like the front
About this
boiler,
gurgly noise.
the boiler thingy isn't spawned in.
The boiler thingy.
The front of the thing on the front of the boiler.
I don't know. Did you not parent that?
I did.
I don't think you did.
Right.
I
Okay.
did.
Terminus behind the scenes.
Yeah. All right, terminations.
Who has something to talk about?
I
I
got
got
it
a
myself.
story, but that's my termination.
I had some Gary's Mod stuff, but
My
that's all
term-
in the description.
Oh,
But in Skype, there's some photos.
Oh. Okay, cool, yeah.
Yeah.
That looks like a future 94. Well, you can talk about your hollow wheels.
Halloween.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
I won't cover that now. I'll cover it when it's done and behind me.
The wrong way.
Yeah, I think we need to parent the front
Red, white, and blue.
again.
America. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, say them up.
TJ, let me do it.
I'm letting you do it.
Okay, good, because you didn't
Ooh.
do it right.
I did do it right.
You didn't do it right because it didn't work.
Uh,
Get owned.
My termination is I thought that was parented.
okay. All right.
Okay, why isn't it doing it now?
I know. See?
All right. Terminations.
Yeah, well, TJ already goes. I thought that was parented.
Got up.
Now this thing is ticking me off.
Milky?
Milky, get out of our engine.
What's that cannon called? deal.
Oh my god.
Solo, solo, si, solo, solo.
Wiebold.
Okay, so mine's a little bit of a story describing steam locomotives from Guy at the Museum.
Oh no.
So this is described to me as a locomotive is like a parrot on some days, where while on vacation in South America,
on vacation.
while on vacation in South America, one of the guys and his parents encountered a parrot, and the parrot sang this little light of mine to the guy, and he walked over to his mother. Hey, the parrot can sing this little light of mine. Mom walks over, and this is the steam part. Can you sing this little light of mine? Yes. Will you sing it for me? No.
Wrecked.
So that's steam locomotives. Can you do it? Yeah. Are you gonna do it for us? No.
Ivan would do it for you. Ivan worked very hard to not get sent to Gulag. Ivan working on the railroad all of the long day. Later.
Amish cheese is great.
Ivan working on the railroad so does not
Can
get
someone
sent
give
away.
Alex?
Alright guys. Thank you guys for watching
Whoa.
the Terminus podcast.
Red
Bye.
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 Boy.
Amish cheese. Entertaining.
Good night, comrade.
Back to England.
Bye.